Good morning, folks. Why is this looking so bright this morning? I don't care. Ho, ho, hum. do, do, do. Ugh. Good morning in YouTube land. Wow, I need to really get my hair cut. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. What am I after? Oh. Do, do, do. $773. 275 subscribers. I wouldn't be up because it's rainy and it's chilly, but my wife has a habit of laying there, and when she's gonna roll over away from me, she like holds the blankets and rolls, and she did that like 3 times and kept pulling the blankets totally right off me. I said, screw it, and I got up. Yep, yep, yep. Ah. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, my phone just went off, and it's upstairs. Don't care. Good morning, Go Fish. How are you? Round, kitty's rowing. He's going round, 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 round. Feeling any better today? I sit on my glasses. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Whew. Well, it's good to see you too, as always. Nope, not now. I gotta go to the what was I gonna say? Memorial service is today, but at work. Gotta go to that, and I volunteered to work this afternoon for a little while after the memorial service. Well, I didn't really volunteer. They're gonna pay me, but they needed help, so I agreed to do it. Second, I know you said something, but I can't see without the glasses. So, one of the what I do for work, one of the residents that lived there, um, he passed away. So they had his funeral last week, and today, uh, the company I work for is having a memorial service for him. What the heck is going on with these glasses? Oops. They still are sitting crooked on my face. What the heck? This side needs to go. What the heck is going on? Oh, even. Ah, yeah, thank you. He's been gone now for, well, almost a month. No, that's it. I'm so tired of white crooked glasses. Drives me nuts. Well, thank you, Go Fish. It's always good to have you in here, too, as always. Can you fix my glasses for me? It's driving me nuts. uh, Time for breakfast. Yeah, they aren't that crooked. It's just enough that it drives me nuts looking at it. Uh, Yeah, I bent them suckers that time. And that. Now I made them crooked the other way. Damn it. I just can't get right. She's gone. Good. She's up in bed sleeping at the moment. Which I don't expect her up for a while. She was up late, so. I think that's as straight as I'm going to get them. The hell with it. No, I didn't even turn on the snap camera. It's too early in the morning for that stuff. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. Thank you very much, JJ. I can see you're out there in YouTube land somewhere. Oh, I have plenty of glasses kicking around. They're just reading glasses. I only need them to see like YouTube or, on the computer and reading. Yeah, you're the only one in here chatting. I buy pairs of them all the time. So maybe my ears are crooked. Maybe the camera is just making it crooked because they all seem to be tipping the same way. Maybe one of my ears got dropped, fall down, something. But I have glasses everywhere. I only pay a couple bucks a piece for them, so if they break, they break. But I've got glasses everywhere. I've got, I don't know, 2, 3 pair over here, a couple pair out there. There's a pair in my truck, a pair in my wife's car. I think there's a pair in the Jeep, and a 3 pair at work. Because I also tend to lose them. Well, you're welcome, Go Fish. Happy to make you laugh, even though this is my first cup of coffee. I'm usually not very funny or very talkative with my first cup. Ugh. Good morning, JJ. Well, thank you, Fish. I think I need a haircut. Sticking out and getting me my wings. Woohoo! I need a new hat. Well, that coffee's going fast. Maybe I'll have to have 3 cups this morning. I wasn't planning on doing a coffee chat this morning. I was planning on sleeping in as late as I could. Even later than yesterday, if I needed to be. Well, And I was up pretty late too. I'm still on my first cup. Um, my doctor says I'm only supposed to have 2 cups a day, but once in a while I'll cheat and have 3 or 5. But not very often. Normally I just stick to my 2 cups. Evidently, caffeine isn't good for the heart. But we will see. We will see. I don't even see. See, without that first cup into me, I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. My favorite hobby? I don't know. I'm liking this e-waste thing. I like fishing, even though I really ain't got to do any this year. I hunt occasionally. I don't even go hunting every year. I only go hunting about every other year. Um, I'm not one for. I'm not a sport hunter, so I only hunt when I want the meat. So about every other year. I got my metal detecting I like doing. I don't really have a hobby because I do so many different things that I don't know if you could consider one of them, or I have lots of hobbies. So I don't know. So I don't know what my favorite hobby is. Guess I'd have to say right now is YouTube. Well, thank you. Said I wasn't planning on it, but oh well. And people do seem to like the live chat, so of course we got 8 people in here watching and nobody talking. Here it comes. Good morning.
Good morning.
You dropped right off the radar last night.
You know, we had that bad storm and the internet just went poof. I don't understand. Thunder makes the internet go by.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Mike sent me a message that you guys were still on there for a little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't know, but maybe it'd come back on because, you might be able to click off. But once we looked over and saw that the actual YouTube chat had stopped, the YouTube stream had stopped. Yeah, I clicked out. Him and Monica was still there. But good morning, mess hall.
What's up, Mess Hall?
Yay, I know you're talking. Go Fish, you were chit chatting with me. I appreciate it. Ugh.
Yeah, after that, I just went to bed then.
Might keep hearing my phone go off upstairs. I'm kind of being mean this morning. Hope it wakes the wife up. I'd have still been sleeping, but it's it's rainy and chilly here this morning, and my wife has a habit of holding the blankets like this, and then she'll roll over, and then she'll roll back this way, and then she'll hold the blankets like this again and roll over, and eventually they're half on the floor. So I said, "The heck with it." And I got up, pulled the blankets back over the top of her, and come down, got some coffee. Not sure. Go ahead.
I was just going to say hello to Go Fish.
Oh.
How you doing, Go Fish?
Good morning, Miss All.
What's up? You can call me Daddy.
What happened? No work this morning?
I actually decided I didn't work Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Why not just take Friday too?
Wow.
Well, we got a big week coming up next week. So it's kind of slow right now. I mean, I got up and went and fed the animals and all that this morning. So I left the house about 4.5 hours ago. Just got back. I'll have to go back out tonight.
I got up about a half hour ago.
Wouldn't you know they snapped that video from last night for copyright?
Really? Everybody's singing?
Yeah. Which don't bother me because as long as I don't claim anything, the worst thing that happened was they don't monetize it, which is fine. I got a bunch that's not monetized anyway, so that don't bother me.
Have to leave the guitar out.
I don't understand the problem there because it's not them playing, it's you.
Right. I don't know. It's something that. Well, your son-in-law plays in a band, right?
Yeah, those get copyrighted too.
Well, I'm just saying on YouTube, but does he play? He plays live gigs, right?
Yeah.
Does he have any copyright deals with that? Does he have to call the companies and get their permission to play their music?
No.
No. At a club, do they have to have permission to play music?
Yeah,
club for people to dance to? I don't understand the deal.
I don't either. What my view of it is, if you're playing their original music off a CD, the radio, that should be copyrighted. But if you're covering the song, singing it, it shouldn't be because it's not them singing. It's not their music playing. They're not playing it. So I don't get it. But whatever. It's fine by me. We have fun. So, and like I said, how many people actually rewatch?
Right. I'm wondering if you went through and you changed, and I'm kind of curious about the one I did for MBA. I guess I'll see when I get monetized. For MBA, I got a disclaimer in there, and I put the name of the song in the description, who sang it, and then I put arranged by, and then me.
Yeah, that could be a way to get around it, maybe.
I don't know. I'm not monetized. So I don't care, anyways. But I'm wondering if maybe if you do that, because I did notice there's a girl that I watch, and there's a couple people I watch that do cover tunes and stuff like that, and I have noticed one of them always has that song by so and so arranged by her. So yeah. I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it too.
Well, you could still check that video. Check it, because even before I was monetized, the songs I sang with my son-in-law's band still came up as a copyright.
Huh. I haven't been able to see any of that on there. I don't know if it's because I don't have enough subscribers yet or what it is. All right, Go Fish. We will talk to you later. Thank you for coming and chatting with me this morning. Good morning, Hard Life.
What up, Hard Life?
But yeah, I don't get it. So
I always thought that if you sang it, it would be okay because it's not using their voice. You know, you're singing a song by the Mamas and Papas. They're not singing it. You are.
right.
That's what I was assuming, but
I don't know.
I don't see how these channels that actually go back and review the videos and the songs get by with playing the real stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. Now my kids watch this one channel called KK and Baby J, and they put the original songs in their video, but what they do is they'll speed it up a little or slow it down so it's not sounding the same, and they never have a problem. So I don't know if it's you have to change. I have no clue. It's something that I don't think I'll ever understand. But yeah, NBA says if he plays on a Sunday 30 songs, he gets 30 emails saying that he's copyrighted and he has to share the revenue.
Okay, what would I be looking for? Where would I be looking for it?
Okay, you go to that video that you put up, that song for NBA.
Okay, videos. And it's easy to find because it's the only bright red one.
Or you could go to the classic Creative Studio and you hit on the channel, and then there's a copyright section. That might be actually easier to do it.
All right.
And you click that copyright thing, and it'll see if you have if that video is copyrighted, it should show up there.
Creative Studio Classic.
I'm actually gonna do it just to make sure that I told you the right thing.
And there's a thing for copyright?
Yeah, I know where it is. Sometimes it's harder for me to explain it. I'm just going to go over to mine and I'll let you know what to click when I do it. You know, my computer wants to run at proper speeds. Okay, here we go. Come on.
The only thing I see on it is showing that it's public, and one says age restricted by you. Two of them does.
All right, hold on. Give me a second. As soon as it starts loading up the right way, I'll click because I know how to do it by just doing it.
Sorry, brother, didn't see you down there.
That's all right. I wasn't on that long. What's going on?
What's up, Ralph?
What's up, brother?
Hey, Ralph.
Yeah, well, I was trying to say exactly what Mess Hall said. What about those people who do song reactions? Like there's one guy that I watch that plays the music and he reacts to the lyrics.
Yeah, I don't. And I was just thinking maybe copyright laws. Maybe it's written in there, for DJs and bands. Maybe the copyright laws are different. Maybe they're written so that they have the right to use them.
Because realistically, also, the song "Happy Birthday" is copyrighted.
Yes, it is.
So I mean, and it just doesn't make any sense.
All right, I found it. When you go to the classic, go to Video Manager.
Yeah. Oh,
and then you'll see
notice.
Yes, and that will show you if you got a copyright because the videos will show up.
The only one it just says includes copyrighted content. It's got a little C by it, and that's way to hell back when I put Mrs. Maine-iac gonna be mad because it was the first time I shaved my beard off. Way back on June 6th.
Yeah, see, I got a bunch. The one from last night, all the ones with Project Z.
Why is that one copyrighted?
So that other one wasn't copyrighted then.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
no copyright notices.
Hey, Ralph, what's up, buddy?
Too bad you couldn't do the monetization before you actually get monetized. So you could do it with each video so that it would, when you do get monetized. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Why would they copyright?
Yeah, now I found out 2 ways that you can go to each channel. On the regular beta one, it gives you a list of every channel you have, and you just got to click it, one click. But the only thing with that is you can't do the skippable or non-skippable ads.
Oh, yeah.
So then that has to be going, you have to go to each video to do that. It's a little bit of a pain that way. It's a little lengthy time, but
Damn it.
yeah. The whole copyright thing is a strange area to deal with.
Now, is that an actual, I wonder if that's a strike? Because all it was a gray circle with a C in it.
No, it won't be a strike because none of mine, I have like, on there, I think there was 10 of them that were copyright eligible or whatever. None, I don't have a strike, so.
Good morning, Ralph.
Morning, Ralph. Just waiting for unemployment to give me a call.
When do you start your Home Depot job?
I haven't even applied yet.
Oh.
And now I'm waiting for unemployment to call. Then once I know I got a little bit of steady money coming in, I already took out my resume. I gotta update my resume and shoot over to Lowe's. I have to print out all my certifications that I gotten over the years through work, so it looks better with my resume. And then clean my system.
I had a question on that. You left the job, didn't you?
I gave my 2 weeks notice.
I was under the assumption when you leave a job, you're not eligible for unemployment.
You are, but it takes 13 weeks.
And also, it also depends on why you left. Like, if you just quit to quit is one thing, but I put that I left under family care, that I have no babysitter, so I need to take care of my kids.
Okay.
And my supervisor's cool people, so if they give him a call, he'll just say the same thing. Yeah, he had to leave because of family care.
All right. Yeah, I was wondering about that because the other day when you said you were leaving and then you were waiting for unemployment, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I hope you don't get screwed because I thought it was just that you had to get fired.
I mean, even if I don't get accepted for it, then you appeal, and you have to wait another 30 days. But even if I don't get accepted overall, I have a little bit of money put away in the bank that'll, I can still pay bills until I find something.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'll just take anything I find and then, look for something while I'm working that I'm more comfortable with.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's federal or not, but I know here, if you quit, you got to wait 13 weeks. If
Yeah, no,
you,
Jersey's.
if you get fired and you're fired for a good reason, you got to wait 13 weeks.
What's a good reason to get fired, though? That's it all depends, I guess, on the interviewer, whoever's interviewing you.
Suppose if you stole money from your job, that'd be a good reason for them to fire you.
Yeah,
Um,
not coming in late.
yeah, because I was how old was I? 20, I guess, and I got fired from a job because I refused to do something, and I went in for my unemployment, and they also came in because they were fighting it because they didn't want to, have to pay it, and um, the manager had yelled at me in front of other employees,
Yeah.
which she had her own office, so they went, no, you had a place to reprimand him. You didn't need to do it out
Right.
in front of other employees. We're giving him the unemployment.
I mean, luckily, I also have, I've been there for 16 years. So looking at it as an interviewer, as an unemployment interviewer, well, he's been there for 16 years. And for him to leave for family care, you know, means something. Because to
Yeah,
be somewhere 16 years and just get up and leave. So,
Yeah, that's a big thing on your side. They most
yeah.
likely wouldn't fight it, so it would go through. So
Just tell
Plus, they
tell
only have they only have my supervisor's number, and he already said, yeah, if they call, I'll just say, which apparently New Jersey law, they're not allowed to say, they're not allowed to down talk you, they're not allowed to talk, give reasons why he got fired, but that all depends also on who answers the phone, because like my manager is vindictive, so I know that if he was to answer the phone, he would down talk me for me just not to get it. But
yeah,
I gave my supervisor's number, not his. So
just tell
again,
him the manager.
I'm not too worried. If I don't get it, I don't get it. I mean, I just like I said, I got Lowe's 2 minutes away from my house. I got Home Depot 10 minutes away from my house. I got so there's a few places I could apply. Oh, I love. You hear Trump's with all these mass shootings the last couple weeks. Trump came out last night and said, "Listen, man, I'm tired of this. It's not the weapon that pulls the trigger. It's the person behind the weapon that pulls the trigger." I was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You tell him."
yeah,
I ain't about to give up all my weapons
No.
and then give a bigger advantage to those to them. So right now there's people with mass shootings, and like in Jersey, if I'm in a mall and someone comes out and starts doing whatever they're doing, and I can't take my weapon out and protect everybody because I can't carry in New Jersey.
yeah,
They they would have better odds of going to war against another country before they have trying to take all of our weapons. That
yeah.
would be
Yep.
a bad day in Baghdad.
Because even if they pass the law, actually, who's going to turn them in?
yeah,
Yeah,
really.
I was gonna say when they passed over here when they passed the bullet restriction from 15 to 10. They were supposed to go. People were supposed to go. They had two choices: either modify the magazines up into a certain up until a certain date and hand them in or hand them into the police department. I'd say maybe 10 people through the state of New Jersey actually handed in their magazines.
Yeah, it's like here in Maine. If you're going to hunt with a semi-automatic weapon, the magazine or the gun has to be modified with a plug so that it doesn't hold more than
3 bullets is over here,
well, it's I think it's 5 here.
and over here you can't hunt with an automatic weapon. Shotgun is the most you can use.
Oh no, see, we can hunt with a semi-auto. For a couple of years I had my gun. I don't know, I just didn't feel like lugging the 30-30, and my Russian SKS was a lot lighter to be carrying through the brush, so that's what I carried.
I have an AR that weighs 5 pounds. I built that 6 to 7 pounds, maybe fully loaded. But I gave that one to my wife for our 10-year anniversary. Then I built another one. That one's a little bit heavier because I got a bull barrel on it, and bull barrels are pretty heavy.
But yeah, you could hunt with that here as long as it's not fully auto and you modified the clip. And the clip,
And even
actually get plugs for them that you just take it apart and you put the plug in, and then you put it back together, and all it does is it makes more space, so you can only put so many bullets in it.
yeah, but does it hold a clip or does it hold a magazine? Because those are 2 different things. A lot of people really don't know that. A clip in a magazine, like what's that weapon that I had it was a Russian weapon rifle. Oh, what was it called?
7.62 by 39.
7.62 by is it by 39?
If it was Russian, it was probably the SKS, which is a by 39.
No, they have another one other than the SKS. It's a bolt action. Oh, I can't think of it. What I use is a clip. Weapons nowadays use magazines. They're two different.
Well, a clip is an internal magazine that's built into the gun.
Not necessarily.
Or
not necessarily.
Well,
but yeah, but you're right. You're right to a certain extent. I can't think of that weapon. What the hell is that weapon called?
The SKS I had, it was semi-auto, and you loaded it down through the top, and then it had a clip that hung out the bottom that was actually attached to the gun, and when you wanted to unload it, you pulled a little trigger, and it slid open like this, and all the bullets fell out.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, you're right.
They use that thing, the stripper clip, to push the bullets in.
That's what I'm talking about, the strip clip. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
now you got these rappers saying, "Yeah, I load up my 9 with my clip," and I'm there like, "Come on, man! I mean, if you're gonna talk crap or whatever, at least do it right. Use the right terminology. It's a magazine."
Clip goes in your hair.
Yeah. And what's the name of that other weapon? It's a pretty popular weapon out here because they go for like about $130. And you could do something. No, not the. Oh, I wish an AK was $137.
Yeah, really. I'd have about
AKs
4
around here, people don't like them. People do not like the AK. No, around here they don't like them at all. They're pretty dependable, but just the power behind them and stuff, people don't like them. That's why they like the AR-15. It has a little bit more oomph to it.
I just shot a AK-47 a couple of months ago at my friend's house. That thing was wild, though. I'm telling you, that's something to shoot.
Well, it's the most common gun in the world.
Yep. It's that's still what I need a few weapons for my collection still that I haven't gotten around to getting. Ever since I go ahead, I'm sorry.
My problem is years ago when I did my first motorcycle road trip, I was my own boss at the time, knew I was going to be gone for a while, so I sold most of my guns to pay for my trip.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 of them that are my own, not including my wife's. Being that she's a cop, she has her own.
Oh, and I got a little clarification on showing guns on videos, which my video that I showed all my hunting guns and everything was monetized.
Because he was just showing it. He wasn't being an idiot with it.
Yeah. And even the video that I put up with my son shooting a turkey was monetized. So
Okay.
the rumors that go around about not showing guns are not right. They're not true. Now, I don't know about on a live stream. That's probably a different story because they're afraid that anything can happen in a live stream.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
But-
do know that YouTube themselves did a small clarification because there was a thing out there where people were getting demonetized for having Nerf guns. And then YouTube put out a video that said, look, if you and your buddies are out playing around, and because what it was one video did get demonetized for it. But then they came back and said, after reviewing it, we seen it was a Nerf gun, not an airsoft rifle. You know, it was literally a Nerf gun shooting the little Nerf torpedo things. And if you and your buddies are out videoing yourself shooting each other with Nerf guns, we don't care. We're going to monetize it. It was just that one incident where they pulled it out and it was so quick that it looked like, you know, they were using some sort of gun that would hurt you. And so they demonetized it.
They probably didn't have the orange tip on it.
Yeah, but after they reviewed it closer, they realized that it wasn't, you know, any type of gun because I guess they don't want you shooting each other with airsoft rifles on here either. But airsoft rifles, I've heard they've modified them so good down in Florida that they're freaking hunting deer with them.
Wow. Full auto AR-15 airsoft rifle.
I mean, yeah. 'Cause again, I guess it would be like the same thing as copyrights, because there's so many people that give reviews on weapons and holsters, and you know.
Yeah.
I mean, has any of y'all ever seen the Russian guy that does the gun reviews? He shoots all kind of guns on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a guy in Pennsylvania also. I forget his name that I watch him. He does it on his own property. He set up his own range. And he takes the weapon apart. He'll show you what kind of ammo it uses, and then the guy's a great shot. I mean, this guy's a great shot, and he has all his metal targets set up: 100 yards, 50 yards, 25 yards, barrels. He'll have watermelons every now and then, bottles of soda to show you,
Good morning, Moser boy.
how it is when the bullet actually hits, how it affects. I forget his name, Ben something, I think, something like that. But he's a great shot.
Yeah, I watch a guy too that's called Hitchcock 45, and he
That's
has a
his name.
Oh,
That's
okay.
his name. That's the
The
same.
old
That's
guy.
his name. Yeah, the old guy. That's it. That guy is awesome. That guy got a great shot.
That's all he does is guns. There's nothing else to his channel. So, and he's
Yep.
monetized. I mean, you know.
And it's to the point where people who watch his videos send him their weapons so he could shoot them if he hasn't shot that type of weapon. So he can shoot them. That's how. No, that guy is all Hitchcock 45. That's his name.
Yeah.
I want to get my hand on some of those Dragonfire rounds.
Oh, I would love that for my shotgun.
Yes, sir.
I would love that.
I looked at it, man. It's like $75 for 3 rounds.
It's a fire exploding round. Like when you shoot it, it's almost like a tracer. You watch it shows you where you're shooting it to, and then it blows up. Like it's pretty cool.
Incinerating rounds. Yeah. No, you can't shoot. That's not a good idea to use for home protection, though. You're gonna burn your house down. You'll burn your house down.
Yeah.
Well, for my home protection,
I've always been told for home protection, shoot them before they come in the house, and then grab them and drag them in.
Well, in New Jersey, the New Jersey law is if, like right now, I'm in my living room watching TV. Somebody comes busting in my door, in my front door. I have a back door. I have to leave my house and let him do what he wants. If I shoot him, it affects me. I'm the one that's done because I had a way to escape. But the loophole in that is that I have a family. I have 2 kids and a wife, obviously. But my wife, let's say, is working at nighttime, and that happens. Then I can stand my ground because I got 2 kids to protect. Or go to the second, or go to the second floor and wait for him to come up.
I think yes, we have the right to protect ourselves, but when we do, there's more of a problem for us than anything because of the way the laws are. I mean, here in New York, we have to feel that our life is threatened. How are you supposed to prove that?
Once
You know?
somebody busts in my house that I don't know, my life is threatened.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
In
You
in
know?
Maine, in Maine, it's life or property.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Florida. That's what is that? The castle domain law. Right? Like if you live in Florida and there's somebody on your driveway breaking into your car, you can look out your window and let off a couple shots at them. I think that's called the castle domain law, something like that.
Well, I had a problem where I had somebody call me.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's the
Loving
dragon
it.
fire.
But I had a incident where I had somebody, actually my cousin, call and threaten to burn my house down because I acquired my grandparents' property. I gave him all kinds of time, was going to let him live there and everything, but he started wanting me to do all kinds of stuff to the property, and I was letting him live there for free. So finally, I kicked him out, and then he left, but he left his trailer there. I gave him 3 months to get it out. He didn't do it, so I took it over with legal rights. I took it over as abandoned property, and he threatened to burn down my house and everything else. And I called the cops and told them. They said, well, if he shows up, just tell him to get out or give us a call. He goes, but on the other hand, he said, if he gets out of his car and has a gas can and a cigarette lighter in his hand, he said, shoot him.
That's why I always say, always have a dog. A dog is always the first line of defense.
Yeah, but I won't have. Uh, I got grandkids, so I won't have a protection dog because I'm a
Well,
fun.
no, isn't
Can't have dogs.
you? You don't need a protection dog. Every dog owner knows their dog. For example, my dog. I've had my dog for 9, 10 years. You know your dog's bark. You know whether it's a regular bark that the mailman's here. You know whether it's barking because another dog is passing by. You will know that aggressive bark.
Yeah,
It's not as much as just for protecting the house, but it's also she's an alarm. Once I hear her barking and you understand what bark she has, I already know what to do. I know whether there's been plenty of times where like my dog rarely barks at 2, 3 in the morning. So the times that she has barked at 2 or 3 in the morning, I come down with my weapon because it's rare for her to bark at 2, 3 in the morning. So if she's barking at that time, then something is going on. So it's just an alarm, not only for home defense. They're alarms. Like look at the Chihuahuas. Those are the biggest alarms you can have. Those little, and they'll attack. Those little guys got big heart. Their heart is bigger than their bodies.
yeah. My first pit bull. I won't train a dog to be ugly, but for some reason, at that time the house was set up different, and I had a front door with a window in it. Somebody come up and knock off on that door, and he would bounce off that window.
Uh,
But anybody that
uh,
knew me would come up and they wouldn't knock and they would just open the door and he would bark, but then he would bark and go running right out past them or stop and lick them.
right,
But,
right. Because dogs know routines.
yeah,
So if something is out of a routine, the first thing they're gonna do is alert. Even if they're not aggressive, it could be the most docile dog in the world. They'll always get stuck to a certain routine. Once that routine is broken, that's it. They know what to do. They know who to alert or what to do.
Man, I used to
And
always have Rottweilers, and man, I had this one Rottweiler. I could tell you to come into my house, and she would eat your ass up. But if my kids would come in, you were good. I mean, she would
right.
always get in between the kids and the door anytime somebody come over. It's up to me. It's
Uh,
all about how you train your dog.
yeah, exactly. It's how you raise a dog. You want a mean dog? Stick them in a dark room, and only you be the only one to go in and feed him and spend time with him. That dog will go crazy against anybody that goes near him. But if you take your dog out and socialize, that dog is going to be the most docile dog in the world, but will still protect what it needs to protect. All dogs are territorial.
Right.
Yeah,
But
aside.
unfortunately, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go. Finish.
Unfortunately, it doesn't matter the dog, whether it's a pit bull, German Shepherd, Chihuahua. A lot of people get dogs just to get dogs. They don't understand that dogs are like kids. You gotta take care of them. You gotta take them to the doctor. You gotta you gotta do. So most people around here that have dogs are just to have dogs.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta know the breed and what their background is, because geez, you get a German Shepherd, and you're just gonna want it to lay around, or like a husky or something.
Come on,
That's not what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, for my home protection, I use, aside from handguns, is buckshot. So then I don't have to worry about the blowback. God forbid I do shoot someone. Like if I use my rifle, where's that bullet going after it goes through him?
Yeah.
So buckshot is what I keep around for the house protection.
I have always been told if you shoot somebody coming into your house, make sure they're dead.
My choice is
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the slugs. I want to see body parts coming off when I shoot that.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely make sure they're dead, because if they're alive,
They're gonna kill you.
luckily, I have a KSG, which is a shotgun, and it holds 14 rounds, and I could put 7 rounds of buckshots and 7 rounds of slugs on both sides, on each side. So it's just a pull of a trigger, and I could choose whichever ammo I want to shoot at the person.
Yeah.
A big home defense here in Maine is a shotgun loaded
Mossberg.
loaded with rock salt.
Oh, okay.
You ain't gonna kill them unless you shoot them like in the face, point blank. You're not gonna kill them. Anything more than 10, 15 feet away, they are just gonna hurt, and it is gonna sting like a mother.
I guess at that point he'd rather be dead. Woman accused of using
bearded guys in the cam. Yep.
Back in the day, it said a lot, but the forefathers put the Constitution ahead, in place because they knew what could happen. It's our right to own weapons, and the government tries to take it away. They'll never protect us. We have to protect ourselves, and they want stronger gun laws. How does that help us?
The thing
guys are going to get the guns no matter what.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you take the guns away, only criminals are going to have guns because they don't care if they break the law by having them. Only law-abiding citizens won't be allowed to have guns because the criminals are going to get them anyways.
Not only that, us having guns detours other countries from coming over here for ground war.
Yeah, it does.
Because they know we can defend ourselves. We don't need our armies.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's such the reason why any country, when it goes into another country where they have, very few gun laws, they have a tough time. Look at us over in Iraq. Half our problem wasn't their army. Half our problem was every other person with a gun was taking pop shots at us.
Yep. It's not only that. On top of that, I'm dependent on someone else to help me save my family. That they're not in the vicinity. I'm not downplaying cops because my wife is a cop. You know what I'm saying? But in the amount of time that it gets them to get to here, who knows what could happen?
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen? So let me defend myself until they get here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even the Bible says it's it's the man's place to defend and protect his family.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. If we was being invaded and there was Chinese airplanes and jets flying overhead, I might not hit it, but you're damn sure I'd be taking pop shots at it.
Yeah. You know what it is? Everybody is anti-weapons until they need a weapon.
Yes, exactly. Like you got all these movie stars or famous people that are against guns, but they have bodyguards that carry guns.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what? Your life is better than mine? Come on.
Yeah, that's the problem.
The same for me. The same note goes to people that talk trash and hate police officers and cops. I mean, you talk trash, to hell with the cops, to hell with the cops. When you let shit happen, what's your ass on the phone, dialing 911 because you want a cop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's one thing. What people don't understand is the difference between hating a cop and hating the person who's wearing the badge.
Correct.
That's the problem. Because I've ran into a lot, me growing up especially, because you already know that I grew up, in the concrete jungle. I ran into a lot of cops who I didn't like, but not because they were cops. It's because of how they treated me while I was walking down the street and throwing me against the wall because I looked suspicious. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not the cop. It's not the job. It's the person who's working the job. Same thing when you call a cable guy to your house. You're gonna get a cable guy that comes to your house and he's gonna run the job perfectly. Then you're gonna get one that's gonna come in and be like, "Oh man, I gotta run cable throughout this whole house. They don't got anything moved." You know what I'm saying? It's the person who's doing the job. It's not the job itself.
Yeah.
Because look, when I first moved into now from where I live to where I live now, it's a big difference. So one day I was driving and I was heading out to go buy something and I had to hit the highway a little bit. I got pulled over. And the reason I got pulled over was because the guy next to me cut me off and I had to switch lanes. And the cops didn't see that, but he saw when I switched lanes and I didn't have, since I had to switch lanes so fast, I didn't put my turn signal on because I got cut off. So he pulled me over. The first thing I do when I get pulled over is I turn my interior lights on because I got tinted windows. So always turn my interior lights on and lower my windows. So once they come to the car, they already see that there's nothing there or whatnot. First thought in my head, now this is because of where I came from, was, oh, here we go. Young cop, had to be 22 years old. Bro, this guy was the best cop I have ever for him being a rookie and a 22-year-old was the best cop I have ever met. Total respect, total did not raise his voice at me, nothing like that. And coming from where I come from, which has a lot to do with it. A person's attitude depends on where they come. If you work in some place like Newark where there's shootings every day and every time you talk to somebody they're always yelling and screaming at you, you're gonna have that defensive attitude. So you have to understand the person. Don't worry about what his job is. Understand the person. I don't know if you guys know what I mean by that, but
I
that's the way I
do.
look at it. Like I talk to a cop how they talk to me when they come, and my wife will tell you. And when they come up to me, if they come up to me, let me see your effing registration, and well, here's my effing registration, and here's my effing license. If the officer comes up to me, excuse me, can I have your license and registration? Here you go, officer, no problem. But that's the type of person I am. I talk to people the way they talk to me. It has nothing to do with the job.
Yeah.
Even when I was a cop, I worked with plenty of cops, and I agree with you 100%. It's all about that person because there was plenty of cops out there that I would take a bullet for and die for at work. But when I get off work, I wouldn't piss on some of it if he was on fire. It's the same people. You walk down the streets, you got people you hang out with, you got people you want.
To me, if you don't like cops, you probably got a reason, and you probably aren't the best person out there, and you just don't like them because you don't want to get caught.
Not necessarily. It's it's also, it's hard to explain because I forgot what I think it was on your live stream when you were talking to that she was talking about being Eileen about being judged.
Oh yeah,
Now, when you grow up in certain areas, obviously you adapt to that area. You dress a certain way because that's how everybody in the town dresses. You know what I mean? It's like your everyday living. So I obviously And I've heard I know you guys have heard me say this before. I was the type of guy that if I was walking down the street and you were coming my way, you would probably cross the street. But that's because of, obviously where I grew up. So at the same aspect, you have those cops, and not only cops, people in general that see you and automatically judge you. So they're gonna approach you in a certain way. That's why I always say you have to take. I've come across many cops who have been not so fair, because I don't want to curse, not so fair, and cops that seen me, and no
Asshole.
matter how I dress, no matter, yeah, basically.
I'm nowhere
And,
near being monetized, so don't worry about it.
um, and I've also and I've also run into cops that they didn't care how I was dressed, how I looked, or whatnot, and they still treated me with respect. It's all on the person. It's not the job. It's
Yeah, but
all on the person.
what I'm saying is people who in general are, oh, I don't like cops. They, they all suck. It's because they're probably, well, before it became legal, growing dope out in their backyard, and they've been busted a couple times, or they're always like every time I'm going down the road, I get stopped. Well, if you're always going 15, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, of course you're going to get stopped.
I could agree with that to a certain point, because I've walked down the streets many a times just to go to the store and been thrown up against the wall. You know what I mean? A lot has to do about where you're growing up, because if you're in a nice neighborhood and they ain't like automatically when there's a group of three people. Back in the '80s, you could hang out in the corner with your friends, and they wouldn't bother you. The cops would pass by and be there like, "Oh, listen, guys, can you do me a favor? Go around the corner. My sergeant's gonna pass by. Just go around the corner. You can come back or whatever, and that'll be it." When it started getting towards early '90s to mid '90s, that that went from go around the corner to, and the same officers, from going around the corner to 4 or 5 police cars rolling up and asking no questions and just throwing people up against the wall.
You got to remember, though, that late 80s, early 90s is when all the drive-bys and everything like that became more prominent.
All right, but that's not which gets to the biggest argument. That's not an excuse. Just because I'm hanging out in the corner with 2 or 3 guys doesn't mean that I'm doing a drive-by. Doesn't mean they gotta approach the person.
But police have to adapt too. Like in Maine, we've now become a free carry state, and we can carry concealed weapons with no permit or nothing. And so I have
Free
noticed
state. Woohoo!
the couple times I get stopped, I've been stopped since then. The cop used to get out of his car and walk up. They touch your rear tail light. Have you ever noticed they always touch your tail light?
Yeah, that's so they know. That's so they can trace the car.
Yep. And they walk up and they ask for your license and registration. Now they get out of their car, they close the door, their hand goes right to either their gun or their hip, just above their gun, and they walk up to the car. That's the only difference I've seen. They don't walk up with attitudes. And I was talking to one cop, and he goes, I don't approach it any different than I used to. He said, because I live in Maine. He said, I assume every car has a gun in it.
Yeah.
So, because Maine's always been an open carry. If you carry it out in the open and you have a hunting license, you can carry a gun on your hip, whatever. You're not supposed to take it into banks or stuff like that. But we've always been an open carry state. But now we're a free carry. So I don't blame them for putting their hand on their gun when they're walking to the car. I don't blame them at all.
It really does fall under that saying where you don't know what the person is dealing with in life. So because I had an incident with a cop where we had to call the cops, and she came over, and I've dealt with her before. So we were standing on my porch, and I said, you know what, let's go inside and talk because the weather's not so good. So I opened the door and held it for her to go in, and she goes, no, you go first. I don't want nobody walking behind me. And at that moment, I'm thinking in my head, bitch, I'm inviting you into my house. But then I come to find out that I guess maybe a couple of weeks or a month or so before that, she was walking a beat, and she got jumped from behind. and beat up pretty good. So
Yeah.
it all falls under. I mean, cops see shit that we don't realize as civilians. So a lot of them, I mean, there are ones that are take their job and the authority a little bit too much, but for the most part, I respect every cop out there.
I lived out in a different area than I am now. It was actually a little less populated than it is here. And so about 1 o'clock in the morning, we start hearing gunshots. And it's like no reason to have gunshots at 1 o'clock in the morning close to the house. So I called the police. They showed up. They ended up coming in the house, sitting down, having 2 cups of coffee, and sitting there chatting with us for like 2.5 hours. It's like,
You get to know them, and you know what they're dealing with, and you learn them too. Like they learn how you are. So
this particular cop had arrested me when I was a teenager. So
remember back when?
Yeah, it was funny. He didn't like me when I was a teenager, even though I was always respectful. I just got in trouble a little bit, and it wasn't big stuff. I only got in trouble big once, and that was when I was 14. But other than that, it was things like, I don't know, just raising hell, teenager raising hell stuff out in the country, racing up and down the roads with the cars and all
Shit,
that.
I stayed in trouble. I did 6 months in juvenile penitentiary.
Yeah, I was facing a couple years, and I ended up doing 20 days in the county jail. And it was that cop that arrested me.
All mine was juvenile, so I ended up still being able to be a police officer.
You know what? I went to be a cop when I was I think I was 22. I went and applied. I took the alert test, and I passed that. I had a local town that was going to sponsor me to go through the police academy. And then, of course, they had to run my background check. And when I went up to talk to the sheriff, he said, "We're not going to allow you to do this." And I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "Well, you have a juvenile record." And I went, "I was told I never had to disclose that. I was 14 years old. I was told I never had to disclose that." And he goes, "You don't." He said, "But we do an FBI background check, and where you didn't tell us about it, we feel that your moral character is not up to our standards."
Yeah, when I got hired, I walked in and handed them a folder of mine, and they opened it up, looked at it. They said, "This is all juvenile." I said, "Yeah," and they just threw it in the trash. They said, "We can't see that."
I guess I should have done that, but they said, "Nope." Because I didn't disclose it to them, they felt my moral character was flawed, so I wasn't going to be a good candidate for a police officer. He's like, "All right, fuck you then. I'll go be a criminal." No, just joking. Ever since I was 14, spent 20 days in jail. Nope, if it don't belong to me, I don't take it.
What's up, Mike?
Good morning, Mr. Michael Murphy.
So you're basically just a hoodlum.
No, I was just a typical Yahoo teenager that lived out in the country that liked to drink and.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, JJ, you jumped off yesterday, and Maine-iac jumped off, and me and Monica sat there and had a little chat session for about half hour, and then we went over to WTF Mike. It never disconnected us.
I won't say it, but did it work? Me leaving?
No. I sent JJ a picture though. Kind of funny.
She said that, and I was like, "All right, bye." Click. I'm trying to help you out, Mike. I'm trying to help you out.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Here's my breakfast.
Yeah, my breakfast is right here. I take so many pills in the morning that I ain't got room in my stomach for anything else.
I'm boycotting pills today. It's Friday.
I tell you what, when I go back to the doctor if my blood sugar hasn't dropped, I'm telling him to take that metformin and Jardiance and shove it up his ass. I think I would rather, because my option is where it was at 7.8. My option is to test my blood sugar every day. And then if it jumps up high, then I got to get in there and, we'll figure out something else, insulin or whatever they got to do. And I think I'd rather poke my finger every day than spend 3, hours a day in the toilet.
Tell him to try the Invocana. I take that, and the worst effect it has on me is that I got to drink a lot of water because it can dehydrate you.
Well, that's why you see me drinking Gatorade all the time, because I'm freaking in the toilet so much that it dehydrates me.
Yeah.
Which,
the Invocana don't do much to me, though. It did lower my down a lot.
Hard Life, you ever gonna light that cigarette? He's been froze like that now for about 5 minutes.
He gone.
On my TV, he's not even there anymore. Just his name.
Yeah, just his name is on mine.
Oh, I can see his picture. He's still standing there with an unlit cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah, I literally just woke up 10 minutes ago.
Oh, he's gone on. Yeah, he's gone on YouTube. I might as well take him off, and then he can come back on if he needs to be.
Daddy's gone. Hard Life is gone. Got a dog sitting here begging me for some bear paw. You can barely see her.
I can see her eyes rolling at you, though.
Yeah. She blends in. I broke my camera. There you go. What?
There he comes. He's back.
There we go. I guess I was frozen. I heard you say you're gonna light that cigarette. I'm there, I'm sitting down in my on my chair watching TV.
No, up here you were still standing there with an unlit cigarette in your mouth.
Well, like I said, don't judge the profession, judge the person.
Yeah.
Wow, $1 billion. Toy Story 4 just passed $1 billion in the box office.
Good morning, Daddy.
Part of that's mine. What's up, E-Ways? Part of that's mine. My 3-year-old spends money. I think she's bought every Toy Story 4 toy there is.
Well, I got a website that you can go and watch the movies as they come out in the theater.
My son, the last time he was home, he took my little girl's tablet and done some stuff to it. Now it gets whatever you want to see.
Nah. Like when Endgame came out and Spider-Man Homecoming, I was watching it the day after it was released. Already at home. As a matter of fact, I had a movie night in the backyard. I set it up to my projector, and we had a movie night outside.
5 hours ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Endgame finally tomorrow.
It's pretty good.
There'll be about 8 hours or so that I definitely won't be on YouTube tomorrow, because me and the missus got plans to just sit down, and we're gonna watch the one before that first. We already seen it, but we're gonna watch it again to refresh our memory, and then watch Endgame.
8 hours?
Yeah, Endgame is what, 3.5 hours, and the other one is close to 3, so it won't be 8 hours.
I say YouTube will be awesome tomorrow.
Oh, if I get up early, you still may have to deal with me hitting my coffee.
Damn it.
Which you won't have to deal with much longer if I get the promotion. So.
I like the morning coffee chat.
Yeah, but if I get the promotion, I'll be working 5 days a week, but they'll be shorter days.
Promotion, hell, I didn't even know you worked.
Yeah, I have a full-time job.
What's a full-time job? I don't know what
Yeah.
that.
I just work. I work. I'm supposed to work 3 12-hour shifts a week, and I work. So it's 36 hours, but
I got the never-ending job. I might go play poker tonight. Think about going play poker.
All right, poker.
I might. I don't know yet.
Texas Hold'em or just regular?
Hold
Nice.
See how my day goes. See what I get done.
Did you get your results in today?
Not yet.
I know, JJ. Whose addresses do you have in our inner circle?
Just about everybody.
You're probably gonna have to be my distributor. I'll send you the stickers. I'll send you the stickers, and maybe you could forward them. I'll send them with envelopes and everything, and maybe you could forward them for me.
Hey, her life just shoot me an email and I'll get on mine.
JJ's a distributor now.
Which I guess would make me the supplier.
There goes JJ's channel.
Hey, JJ, here's a company that's going to pay somebody $1,000 plus 1 year free of Netflix to binge watch 25 hours of Friends and comment on Twitter.
Oh wow, that's a pretty good gig.
Yeah, no
Kill it.
doubt.
If it was Pretty Little Liars, JJ'd be on that.
That's
Yeah,
a pretty good
I'll-
gig.
I'll give you a call, and I'll let you know who I have.
All right.
You can give him mine, JJ.
Yeah. Send me the list, and if those who you have on the list don't mind you forwarding their address to me,
I don't care.
then just send me their address or like that. I don't also take you out of your zone and have you running around to do things for me. I prefer it not to do that.
Yeah, I was just looking to see if he was on the YouTube friends list, but you're not.
Friends? I have no friends. Actually, who sent me a friend request? There's only one person on the friend thing that was Redneck Connection.
I think you're not because you can't see the chat, so there's no point me sending you the link to friend you because you can't see it. So
Yeah. But
I clicked, and if it's on there, I was just gonna send you my address.
You can have my address, and you. If you decide to start slipping in my back door, just pay the utility bill. It's hanging on the fridge.
all right, no problem. I know where to go. Yeah, I'll probably stop over by the post office today and pick up some envelopes and stamps and. What does that say? I'm blind. I can't even read.
$30 in a PayPal for my address, $50 for my phone number.
Somebody has my address. I never gave it to them, and they got it from some of my videos. I guess they pieced them all together and told it.
Oh.
It was actually my house, and it was.
Wow. Stalker.
Yeah.
So there's a new YouTube rumor going around.
Make sure your address ain't in there because Monica will find you.
So what's this rumor?
That if people drop a link to something that's going to take a person away from YouTube, and YouTube finds out, that they'll shut you down.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't
say what?
If you say, "Listen, Jay, I got this link I want to drop. Is it all right?" And it takes people click on it, and it takes them off of YouTube to go view it. It's going to go against the channel that you dropped the link in.
Really?
Which is it's just a rumor. I don't heard anybody.
Because if that was true, they wouldn't allow you to put links in the chat at all.
Yeah,
If that was true, nobody'd have a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
exactly.
basically.
You know, which I'm good with.
You are not.
That dog. I don't know what I'm gonna do today.
That's a pretty dog right there.
Thank you. Say hi, beauty.
And even more because she's all white. I love all white animals. I don't know why.
Oh, that's a good girl. That's my good girl.
You're French kissing the dog, dude.
Oh, that's my good girl. All right. Yeah, because you, this is the only dog I know that licks like a cat. Like when she licks you, she's like scratching your face. Say hi, beauty.
Oh.
All right, so I got, according to what they told me, unemployment's supposed to be calling me in 5 minutes. See what happens.
Oh, about 5 hours from now, you'll get the call.
Yeah.
Okay, you might have to become a full-time scrapper.
I like it when
You'll really be broke.
I like it when you call up one of the utility companies and have them come out to do something, and they say, "Okay, we'll be there between 9 and 1," and they show up at like 8:30 or 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, but you know what? If they do that here, they have to credit you if they don't show up within a time window.
Yeah,
Really?
over here too. Yeah, over here too.
Yeah, it's a $20 credit
$20 credit.
on your bill. You'll knock $20 off your bill if they don't show up in the time table.
I'd fight that. I'd say, you know what? I sat here for 3 hours. You do realize I make $22.50 an hour, right? That's what I want credited for.
Yeah, it don't work that way.
How much do you pay your people to be out there? Well, I want the same thing for having to sit at home and wait for your people.
For the most part over here, utilities are all right. It's the cable company that's the one that has you waiting most of the day.
That's just like the IRS. If you're late paying your taxes, they penalize you. But they can take as long as they want to send your check back to you.
You want to see something funny? I go on eBay every morning to see what I can scam. So 100 pounds of RAM memory it's $16 a pound. How much do you think they want for it?
200.
How much?
Overall price?
Yeah, plus I'll give you a hint. They want the amount they want plus $100 in shipping.
Oh Jesus! I'll say
Now, it's
$300 maybe.
It's only $1,600 is what it should come to. $16 a pound times 100 is $1,600.
Oh yeah, you said 100. Okay.
Could be eBay. They may want $3,500 or they might want $10. I don't know.
Oh no!
They doubled it. They want 3,200.
Right there.
Whoa!
Get out of here! That's gotta be a typing issue.
No, some people are idiots.
Yeah, some people are just jerks.
But you know what the scary thing is?
Somebody will buy it.
The scary thing is some idiot that don't know what they're doing just may buy that from them.
Yep.
And there's another one. It's been on here for months. And they wanted, I don't know. Oh, it was this one here. It's 4 pounds, $52.85 plus $7.35 shipping. The problem is it's Rambus memory. It's only $6 a pound. Yeah. So that's what you have to watch. You have to make sure. I mean, you can pull the shielding off and get your $16 a pound, but when they're selling it, you're buying Rambus memory. You know, when you tell them that, oh, you know what you're talking about. Okay.
Wow. I don't think I'll ever go on eBay and buy me some RAM where you can get them.
I found some good deals on eBay. I found some really good deals.
So if it's at $16 a pound, what would be the most you would pay for it? Half of that, no?
I pay $10. That's all I pay.
That's the highest you would go?
Yep. I buy it all the time from my computer people.
Leave the microphone alone.
That way I make $6 a pound with doing nothing. Going to get it. Put it in a box.
Oh,
Put it in a bucket or a pail, and when I go in, I sell it. Unless my refiner wants it. So,
oh, I was just found on Facebook by Sterling Silver.
Oh,
he sent me a thing the other day too. He probably went in mine single-eyed friend.
stalker.
I haven't found that. Not that many. I don't think any YouTuber has actually requested me to be friends, except for Mr. Murphy over there.
And I did that just to be a clown.
Yeah, and he just did that because I said I don't use YouTube, Facebook.
I actually didn't have a problem with Sterling until he started that whole let's grow shit. No, I'm done with that.
That's my issue. Is he's like I'm not gonna lie. I go to his trivia and everything like that because trivia is trivia, but he's just following the fad. He's doing what everybody else is doing.
Right.
Is what I see. At least what I get out of it. If like he started the trivia, which was fine. Now he's doing the karaoke thing. Now he's doing the Family Feud, which Mrs. Robinson was doing it. Then so he's just jumping on what everybody else is doing.
He asked him for help with her Family Feud thing because he had more people coming into his.
Yeah, right. Yes.
She did the Family Feud, so she actually asked him to co-host it with her.
Yes. That I understood. That I know because when she first did the Family Feud, I was there. It was me, her, and Missy. I was actually at work and we were doing it, and she said that she was gonna start doing it. And then I had asked her because he started doing it, and she told me, nah, it's because he has more traffic. But I told her, but you work your traffic up. Once people see that you're doing that, you're gonna get traffic.
Well, I think that's what she was doing. If she gets him to do it for a while, then she'll be able to.
And then she'll take over.
I think. I don't know. I haven't really talked to her about it.
You notice what he don't do anymore? Or very rarely. He don't use the Mickey that I told him about it. I said, get off of Mickey's coattails.
Well,
everything you say is Mickey this, Mickey that. I said, get off.
Yeah.
I think Mickey said something to him too.
He made a mistake one night, and remember we was having that conversation after he left.
Wow.
Whatever live stream it was we was in, I can't remember, but it shut down, and I went over to Nike Girl's live stream. And he came up on panel and he goes, Maine-iac, can I ask you a question? I said, go ahead. And he goes, do you have a problem with me talking about Mickey? Holy cow, Nike Girl ripped him a whole new asshole.
Yeah.
Like, don't you come up on my effing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He literally almost cried.
Yeah. Everybody's real protective when it comes to Mickey. But I mean,
like, well, with me, it was he started on me, and she did not like that.
Yeah, because he started labeling himself as Mickey XOXO2. I'm like, dude, really?
Yeah, I had told him in a live stream, you're gonna wipe that brown stuff off your nose.
Yeah. And then he came in. I don't know. I think it was maybe one of my panels, and he was like super mellow. So I told him, I said, you just need to chill out, dude. I said, you need to chill out. So that one time he came up there, he was like totally different. He wasn't all hyper. And I mean, I know he has OCD and, he's got all this shit wrong with him, but,
Yeah, he's autistic, and I didn't know that.
That's what it is. And I said, yeah. You got a head on your shoulders, use it. Don't just copy other people. Now when he comes down, he calls me Mr. E-Waste. And I go into his thing. Usually I won't even comment. I'll just say hey or what's up, and I'll stay in there for 5 or 10 minutes, and I leave. Just to give him a little bit of time. But other than that, I mean, I like the guy. He's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah.
It's just
he's just like a booby girl. Right? You don't shut up either.
Yeah, I like her. I can only take him for 10, 15 minutes at a time, and then I can't do it anymore.
I mean, I know you got issues.
There's a channel out there now called Sterling Silver's Prostate Issues.
Prostate issues?
He went to his channel the other day and started saying stuff, and Miss Hopkins blocked him.
Is it him or?
No, because it was on his live.
There is. I don't know if you guys follow Ghost Mafia, but there is a bogus Ghost Mafia out there too.
Oh, great.
Really?
Yeah. Because I follow Ghost Mafia in Green Bay and all them a lot.
I went into that girl Lisa Pimpkin, whatever, to say hello, and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." Why? She goes, "Well, about 20 minutes ago, some channel came in here and said that you were on your live and you got swatted." I'm like, "No, I'm here. I'm okay."
Okay.
Huh.
So I'm gonna have to start coming up with code words so we know who we are.
And the other one is there's something none. You know that yo-yo's a troll.
Oh, none. Yes, I blocked that one. If I'm a moderator,
I
every
saw you
time I see
blocked him yesterday.
I know, me personally, that whole swatting bullshit.
Hello, Mickey.
Because if the SWAT team goes off in your shit,
What is that? I don't know what that is.
the little live stream is over. They're gonna cut that shit
Swatting
off.
is where if you're on a live stream, somebody will call your local police department because they'll have your information, your address, your name, and they'll say you killed your wife or just something stupid, and you have 1,000 cops at your house beating down your door, pointing guns at you, handcuffing you, the whole 9 yards until they figure it out.
Wow. Why would somebody do that? That's horrible.
Because they're idiots.
Gil Skills is one of his lives looking for it. They'll say his swatting. He got swatted live. Grant McIntosh got swatted live.
Good
I heard
morning.
that. I heard that yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
How are you
He
today?
was talking on somebody's stream. He was talking about it that it could, or someone was talking about it that he couldn't. He wanted to put the video up, but can't do it yet because he's still under investigation or something like that.
Now, he's not under investigation. They know who did it, so they're still investigating. And the police asked him not to load it until they get him arrested and stuff.
Yeah, because Gil was live
crazy.
and his phone kept ringing. He's like, "Well, this is the third time this number, so I better answer it." And, it was the sheriff, and they would call him, asking him if he was all right, and everybody was all right. So Gil talked to the sheriff the whole time they were coming to his house, and it took him about half hour, 20 minutes.
Wow.
Because he lives out in the woods like Maine-iac. DJ, you calling me?
Yeah, because you didn't say hi to her in the chat. She's giving you hell.
I don't know.
Hello, Mickey. How you doing?
Should I answer that? That sounds like I got to spend money.
That's horrible what people do nowadays, man.
Well, I almost got swatted, but then I called the cops and I got that all sorted out. Then all of a sudden, as all this crap was going on, WTF Mike called me on my cell phone, which I didn't even know who the hell he was really. And he's like, "Listen, don't worry. I got your information this way. This is how they did it. They're not going to really hurt you." And I'm like, "Dude, how the hell are you calling me?"
That's crazy. Well, you know what? The person who made the call is actually that's a serious offense.
Right.
Yeah, but my cops came and they're talking to me. I'm like, "Would you like to come in the house so you could see that nothing's going on?" And he's like, "No, I trust you." I'm like, "How do you trust me? You don't even know me."
Well, with Gil Skills, though, they made all the family members come out of the house.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Their hands up and walking backwards.
That's crazy.
But he probably
that's crazy.
He probably had state troopers and maybe even a couple of local cops up there.
Like, what would make somebody do that? Personal issue, mental issue, jealousy issue?
They're just idiots.
It's that troll. They're really techie, so they can get away with this stuff because their IP address is hidden, or coming from freaking Switzerland or something.
It's just
that's horrible.
People are idiots. Like I
Haters.
said, if I ever get swatted, I'm going out holding my cell phone, and I'm hoping that sucker goes viral. Of course, my local cops know me, and they'd be like, "What you got in your hand?" "On my cell phone, I'm recording you." "All right."
Yeah, Mike, you're still frozen. You're mute in case you're talking to us.
My personal advice: if you do get caught outside by the cops, don't have anything in your hand. Empty hands.
Mikey.
Yeah.
You did.
Yep, empty hands.
What's his name just got swatted not that long ago, he said. Bobby Big Nut.
Oh yeah, during a live stream.
Now they only does it work with they would swap whoever is hosting the stream or whoever is in the stream?
Just the host.
The host.
It's mostly the host, I guess, because he's the one that has his information up because he's hosting.
Yeah. Well, they get off on seeing the person that they're calling the SWAT on to, all the reaction. They like to see all. Because 9 times out of 10, when you get swatted, you never shut down the live stream because you're running to the door.
Yeah.
So they can hear, or depending upon how you have your setup, but they can see what's going on. They love it.
Unbelievable.
That's like I'm waiting for this this whole Area 51 thing. I am hoping that 2.5 million people show up at Area 51, and I am hoping that we have 2.5 million less idiots in the world.
Mike, you're talking. We can't hear you. I don't know if you're talking to us.
There you go.
You've been mute the whole time and talking.
I wasn't saying nothing important. I was just really making fun of people. That's bombs. Yeah. But it's just like the telemarketers when they call you, and if you call that number back, it's a non-working number.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do that, Now I got a guy coming with some TVs and a guy coming with a trailer full of computer crap. He has a computer shop that he's closing up. So I was like,
nice.
Did you see that haul Moose Scrapper got?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's allowed to resell stuff. He got those $3 million worth of freaking towers.
Yeah, he'll break them down.
Yeah, because he's like me. Yeah, I don't care. I want the gold out of it.
By the time you sell your gold, Maine-iac, it's going to be about $30 an ounce. Buddy. It's not going to stay up. If it stays up to the end of the year, I'll be shocked. That's going to go down.
If they go through with this whole, I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's got something to do with gold and banks and all that stuff. They're expecting gold to jump up to around $3,000 an ounce.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it'll do that. It'll go up, and then all of a sudden it'll go back down to 1,900 like it did.
Yeah, but it won't go much less than 1,000, and even then it's worth it. If I can get, by the time I'm done, maybe a pound of gold by the time I'm died, it's something for my family to either keep or sell. Or
that's a lot of gold a pound.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold.
Yeah, but I don't just do the e-waste.
I have some of the small ones, the nuggets I bought. I have a bunch of those. I
just want one nugget and I'm happy.
But they're worth more than, if you open them up, then it devalues them, actually.
I don't just do the e-waste, and this is just a small part of what I got.
Yeah, see, I buy the ingots, the 3 gram ingots, 2 grand ingots.
So this can either be melted down at a future time, or it can just be held around and my kids can sell it or whatever. So
pick all the stones out of them.
Yeah, don't you still have to go through the process with that, regardless?
Yeah. If you pick the stones out, though, you get more for it.
Yep.
Any stones that are on it.
But all of this stuff is stuff that I've sniped off eBay.
That's what that guy, the Street Chips, does.
Yeah, I used to find a lot of it in the Goodwill store because we have Salvation Army here. We have a million, Goodwill stores here, all like within 2-3 miles of here. And what they do is when they get the jewelry and stuff, they just throw it all in one big bag and they just put like a $10 price tag on it. I found a lot of 14, 18. They don't know. They just throw it all in a bag as costume jewelry. So
Mike, Missy wants to know how you're feeling. Not Missy, Nikki. Why do I do that?
With my hands. I'm good now until probably later when I get my results in. And that'll probably be So I'm either gonna have 5 years to live, or I'm gonna die tomorrow. Who knows?
Oh, stop! Don't
But
say that,
until
man.
then, I got a trailer full of computer stuff coming. So. No.
Yeah, so I probably got, in jewelry, if I melted it all down and refined it all, I probably got 3-4 ounces over there.
Yeah. I said just take the stones out.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, when I did it, I'd take the stone. Well, I also have.
Because when I used to clean out houses, I used to have so much jewelry and stuff, and I used to sit there and clean all the stones out of it, and then I got, good money for it.
I mean, the most common is what? 10 carat?
10 and 14.
Yeah. I also got these.
What is that?
They're all real stones.
Oh, yeah.
Rubies and diamonds and emeralds and blue diamonds, and that right there's probably my coolest one.
Blue diamond's nice.
I don't even know what the diamond market is.
Right there's a 1/4 carat blue diamond.
Oh. I don't even know what the diamond market is. Oh.
Then I got, which I'm actually, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but I'm gonna try to fill the yep, I'm gonna try to fill this container with try to get every state I can with a piece of gold nugget from it. That's a piece of Maine gold nugget right there. It's giving me the finger.
That's cool. State name on it?
What's that?
Does it have the state name on it?
I got it on the back.
Oh, okay.
I got Maine, Alaska, Arizona, and I got one from Australia because I figured the Australia one will kick in and cover up Hawaii because Hawaii doesn't have any gold in it.
Damn.
I got these also. I don't know if I don't know too much about, but I also have, like I was saying yesterday, this is the black fiber one, I guess.
Yeah. They went up in value. They were 27 a pound. They're 32 or 33 a pound now.
And I got these
K10.
what is it?
K6.
I can't even read it.
Yeah, it's
So-
K6.
AMD.
Yeah, K6. Look underneath it.
Yeah, K6. Yeah, exactly. I got like 2 or 3 of those.
I got a ring here that Mickey might like. It's 18 karat gold.
That goes the green fiber, that blue one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, Mickey.
It's just a green fiber, even though it's blue.
Yeah.
You should send that.
Yeah. By itself?
No, I just throw them on my green fiber ones. They're just fiber.
Oh, okay.
They're an aftermarket, just like a motherboard. You have a blue or a brown or yellow motherboard.
Right.
Aftermarket CPU. Yeah.
I mean, I guess out of this whole little collection that I have, this is the better one out of all of them. And I got the i7 that I was talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that other one's at AMD.
Right.
This
one?
No, the one with that has the little black. That's a K6. The one that I see the 4 little black dots in the corner.
This one?
Yeah, it's an AMD, right? Yeah.
Yeah, AMD.
Your i7s also depend on the number that's behind them. Like the 920s, the i7 920 is only worth about $5 or $10.
Yeah, I found 2 i7 2600s and they're $35 a piece.
Yeah.
So they're already in a thing on the board sort today. I'm gonna send them up. I got about 150 or 160 bucks, and I just found them laying down there. They're even in a little sandwich bag. So I had a plan. Like
When I got
K6,
most of these. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
K6 is $18 a pound. Your black fiber is $33 a pound. Your AMD no metal is $34 a pound. And then
I hardly run into those things.
Yeah, your green brown fiber with no metal is $12.50. I mean, they add up, but I take all the ceramics and I just send them to my refiner.
And I actually found these in the garbage. You can see they're all messed up.
Yeah, just take the copper caps off them because you get more for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, actually,
like that one you got laying there in the blue thing, on the bottom.
you're after gold too, right? Hard life.
Yeah.
So
At least for now.
I would say do like I've been doing. I've been keeping out the ones that are worth money to eventually sell the board sort, but the cheaper ones, to me, it's worth it more to just let them add up so that I can get the gold off of them.
I got about
Me. That's me.
about 30 pounds of those green brown fiber ones.
But my thing is that I'm not sure if, like, let's say the i7, if I send it in, if it's gonna pass their specs, because people who have given them to me, they just had them, just thrown around, so they could be all scratched up or.
They'll give you then they'll just give you scrap price for it.
Take, like Mike said last night, I was touching it with my fingers, but just take some like a cotton swab and put some alcohol on it and just wipe it down with alcohol, and it'll take any oil and grease off the bottom side of it, and it'll dry right out and won't affect it any.
Yeah.
Like, where is it? It came. It actually came. This is the i7 here. It came in this board. Yeah. Which is like a gaming board.
Yeah, and that's an aftermarket board too.
Right. Pretty heavy too.
You can put a good CPU on a crap board.
Yeah. I got to remove all of these. I have them. I'm pretty sure that I have a couple pounds at least.
I got those piling up, man. I think I have about 10 pounds of those things already. I get $50 a pound for those. I'll probably get more now because gold is up. I haven't talked to my refiner, but I might just have them refine them for me because I have them all separated.
If I'm lucky, I'll have maybe 2 pounds if I'm lucky.
But then I take them off the backing too, so it's one less step he has to do when he refines them.
Because once you take the popper off them, they don't weigh very much.
Yeah.
But see,
all righty, Mickey. We will see you later, darling.
Yeah, my refiner don't care.
I'm sorry, Missy, if I didn't say hi. I can't see the chat. Hi and bye.
Yeah, my refiner don't care if the copper cap's on there or not.
Oh, because you've been dealing with him for so long.
Yeah, I just take off the fiber backing. I just take that off because there's actually gold under that, and a lot of people don't even want to deal with them because it takes forever to get that gold to come off.
I got a few of these also.
Oh, on the
That's a nice crystal there.
Yeah. I wish somebody would start buying those things. I got millions of them.
Yeah, this.
JJ probably has a lot of that stuff piled up too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do with it.
You talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It takes a long time for that gold to come off.
I have practiced, so I can know what to do with, just wasted a couple things. And yeah, you're right. You stick this in acid peroxide, and it takes forever for the gold to come out.
Yeah, you just throw them in a jar of acid and let them sit for weeks.
Yeah, and I even tried because I figured since it's on the top, throwing it in acid and bleach to see if it would just dissolve the gold. That don't work at all.
Nope.
Well, all that stuff, I want to send to a refiner because I don't want to mess it up. I figure if I'm gonna practice on anything, would be the minimal pin. I mean, I know I won't get much, but I'd rather practice on pins.
This stuff here, a refiner probably isn't going to mess with it, is he?
No, you know what? My refiner, he has bags and bags of them, and he says nitric acid will get off real quick.
But that's expensive.
Nitric acid right now for a quart bottle of nitric acid is $53.
No,
Jesus.
I found a place online
you can get $56 to ship it.
I found a place online right now where I can get 6 liters for $200.
How much is the shipping?
$28.
Well, make sure it's nitric acid because that sounds awful cheap.
But I got the website from Street Tips.
Because nitric acid is, it's like a hazmat deal when they ship it.
No, because he was talking about, how he gets it and how much, and I went into the chat and I'm like, well, where did you get this from? And he gave us a website, and
I don't deal with nitric acid anyway.
I will. If I can't get it shipped, I'll make it. I've watched enough stuff. I know how to make the nitric acid now.
Yeah, it's too dangerous.
Hey, Mike, you ever seen anything like this?
Probably. I got a bunch of little crap.
This is a digital board out of a pregnancy test.
Nice.
So are you, aren't you?
Nice.
No, I'm not pregnant. I'm just fat.
Leave it to daddy. But now I'm gonna be looking for pregnancy tests.
I got another one up.
There ain't no gold on it.
It was funny because I've torn apart a lot of remote controls, and there's never any gold in it. And then I watched Hard Life's one on his, and it had lots of, pretty much gold in it. So I decided, well, I'll start tearing apart. Was it last night or yesterday? I was sitting here and I tore apart the stupid little remote for a set of Christmas lights so you can control how it blinks.
Mm-hmm.
And it had freaking gold in it.
The best thing to get gold out of are diabetic, the blood sample machines.
Yeah.
The digital ones, those are loaded with gold.
But I heard that you need like 10,000 of them to even get a gram of gold.
Not the strips, the machine that you see.
Oh, the machine.
Yeah. Oh. And another thing is digital thermostats. That whole board is gold.
Really?
Any thermostat you see. Yep. Don't pull it off your wall, Maine-iac.
No.
Yeah, that has a gold board in it.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
I don't even have a furnace in here no more. I just keep that up there so it lets me know the temperature inside the house.
Yeah, but those are all they all have gold in them. I get a bunch of them from my neighbor. He gives me tons of those things.
As far as the remote controls, from what I've seen, it's a lot of the cable company ones are the ones that I've gotten lucky with the gold.
Missy.
Sometimes if it's just a brown board, if you take a knife and you scrape it, they'll have gold underneath them. Not all of them.
You know what I'm thinking about doing is when I canceled my cable and stuff, they never came after their cable box.
Scrap it out.
Until you scrap it out, and then they're gonna want their $300.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Take the board out and put it back together. So when they come, you just give them back an empty shell.
Yeah, they won't see that on the back.
I got a bunch
of. Did we give it to you with no board in it? Yeah, you did. That's why it never worked.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If it's like any of the cable guys here, they'll just grab it and throw it in the trucks, and then when they bring it back to the shop, they'll just put it in a pile of returns.
Yeah, because I went and bought a new router because I had the cable company's router. It was $10 a month. Well, after 6 years, I figured out there's $600 blown. So I went and spent $50, and man, they were here like the next day to pick that damn because you have to call the cable company so that they can put your new router, hook it up. Yeah, they were here the next day to get that damn, and it was just a piece of crap. It wasn't nothing special. But yeah, they were here. I said, what if I don't get this back to you? Well, it's $250. I said, I just bought one for $50, so you're scamming people. But yeah, they were here the next day to get that bad boy. I said, you want it? You can come and get it. I'm not just because my cable office, which is so stupid, is like 8 miles from here. I'm not driving 8 miles to give you a piece of plastic. I went downstairs and pulled one off the shelf and see if it worked, but I wanted one with a warranty and all that crap.
Nah.
So I went and bought. I bought the camera, the microphone, the cable, router. What else did I buy? I bought a bunch of crap, and then I gave the microphone away. I still have the camera.
I have absolutely nothing left. I got maybe like a few TVs that I could scrap out, but I pretty much took everything and scrapped out and threw out all the plastic and everything. I just got to make a delivery.
I need to have some days off, and Mike needs to do a bunch of live streams so I can get caught up.
Yeah, I got to start doing streams again. Monica was asking me last night, when are you going to start doing live streams? I said, I've been doing them here and there. I just had so much going on. It just.
Even though yesterday I was in JJ's live stream and I was sitting here.
We were all scrapping yesterday in JJ because JJ's boring.
Yeah, I saw. I saw you guys were scrapping.
Yeah, so we all just went scrap. I went back down to the shop. And I took like 5 or 6 computers down there around.
And what's his name? What's that kid's name? He jumped out. He was making coffee in the background and everything when WTF was on.
Zach, yeah.
So yeah, it's just But I have a guy coming now with a bunch of computers, and then I still have my computer store. I have to go up there today too, because he had I think he said 200 or 300 hard drives he wants picked up. and some other
Jesus.
crap, so I have to go get that. Yeah, like I really need those. But Logic boards are $10 a pound. I've never seen them $10 a pound, so I might as well grab them while I can.
Mm.
See, I'm such a good scrapper. I really don't even know what a logic board is. I know what a motherboard is, and I know what a.
Board on the back of the hard drive.
Oh, okay.
It's called a Logic board.
They're $10 a pound.
Yeah, it's the highest I've ever seen. I've seen them 9. I've never seen them 10. And oh, here I got board sorts thing right here. Let's see.
See, 'cause what I do is I tear everything apart and then I put the boards out. Like all the boards are over there. The only thing I keep out separate, and I got it in its own box here, is boards that have gold fingers on it. And then I'll just sit down someday when this box gets full. I'll sit down and do them all up. You know, break everything off of them. And
I kind of do them as I take them apart because they pile up and then they get lost. And
Yeah, that's how I am right now. I'm piled up and don't know what is what and where is it, anything is.
what do you got? A little 1 foot pile? I'll show you piled up.
Well, yeah.
I have a big ass tote over there, and I've got boards in that stacked just as nice and neat as I can. It weighs about 60 pounds, and it's just boards.
Now I have 2 big totes full of gold plated stuff. You know, gold plated boards. I've had that stuff for I just keep adding to it. I probably had that thing for 1.5 years, 2 years already.
My favorite board.
I can't pick the one up. That's how heavy it is. But yeah, you gotta clean everything.
I keep saying I'm going to get to it so I can separate them out and, pull out everything that's got the gold fingers and stuff. But every time I do that, then I end up with right here, there's probably about 50 boards sitting there that I haven't gone through yet that I need to get.
What I don't understand is all the gold stuff on board sorts going up except for their clean gold fingers. They're still $25 a pound. I've seen them at $30, $35, but they haven't gone up in months. So I don't know why. That's kind of weird. Everything else has gone up except for those. I don't get it.
I don't think I would ever send just gold fingers. If I'm gonna cut them off, I'm just gonna keep them.
Yeah, if the price is right, I would.
Well, how much you get compared to
Well,
what
most
I
of the
get.
stuff I sell to my refiner anyway. I have him do it for me.
About 1 pound of gold fingers will yield approximately 1 gram of gold. So you know that a pound of gold fingers, just the trim fingers, is worth about $40.
Yeah, and I got 50 pounds of RAM, so I'd have to figure out Now my refiner, he's really good at figuring like per pound, like a pound of RAM ICs to a pound of
Alrighty, Missy.
RAM BGAs. He's pretty good at figuring out, per pound what that will yield, and go. So I sit there and I send them all kinds of little math problems all the time. So it takes quite a bit. Now the plating is really even worse because that's just plating.
Right,
Yeah.
and you need
Like the EG stuff.
and plating. You need you got to mess with sulfuric acid. You got to make a.
Well, you can get it off with the muriatic acid and peroxide. You just gotta let it set. But it's easier if you have an air bubbler. Like I have an air bubbler. If you put it in there, then everything's constantly moving, and that little bit of movement in the solution, will help push the gold off the board. It's just like boiling water.
Right on.
But it just keeps everything moving. So everything's not sitting, like if you just have it sitting there, the gold's going to come off and all your crap's going to come off and it's going to sit on the bottom. To where when you have the air bubbler, everything is just bubbling around in a solution. It's always in motion. So it's not settling. So all that stuff's moving around, which makes it a little better. I have one of those big oxygen oxygen machines that was my mother's. I sit that in there. I'll put my air hose in the bottom of the bucket. I'll coil it in the bottom, and then the end of the hose I'll put like in the middle of the bucket, and then I'll put some boards on it to hold it. And that bubble always stays in the middle of the bucket, no matter how if you fill the bucket up with solution, and that stuff just sits there. And I'll let it run for days. I don't care, but it works. It works really good. Other than just letting it sit there and going down there and swishing it around by hand, I just let it sit there and run.
But the gold plating, I guess you get more if you run it through a reverse electrolysis.
Yeah, if it's stuff like those, like your pins or like your little cable ends and stuff. Yeah, you reverse electroplating. I was gonna do that, but I don't have time for that crap.
Good morning, Pharmo Fanatic.
I have the stuff to do it. I just don't. And that's just sulfuric acid. That's just drain cleaner, is what that is.
I'll start processing mine when it's going to be next year now before I get my garage built, unless I happen to come up with a bunch of money in the next 2 months. Because I plan on building me what's left of my concrete pad out there is 28 by 34. So I plan on the back 10 feet of it, 10 foot by 28 being my woodwork shop and a small, probably 10 by 10 gold room. So I'll wait until then. That way I don't have to, and I'll build me a venting system so that I can have, it going out and stuff. But until then, it's just piling up here.
I've been looking for a 2-car garage. House with a 2-car garage.
Oh, have you?
I'm looking.
Out of the city or in the city?
Oh, right around here where I'm at.
I
I don't move out of the country. I'll never move.
I'm trying to get Mike to move to the country.
No, I left the country to come to the city. Why would I go back?
Because you smartened up.
No. Never happened. That's too boring for me.
Oh yes, but a boring life is really cool.
I want to hear gunshots and screaming and trains and sirens and.
I hear gunshots all the time. It's nice and quiet out here, so that the 4 miles downtown.
I don't like quiet. I like noise.
So the 4 miles downtown, when the train is going through, I can hear it. My neighbor's always practicing out back with shooting guns and stuff like that. So.
Well, that's fine, but you don't hear that he's trying to kill me. He's stabbing me in the neck. You don't hear all that screaming stuff. See, I like to hear the screaming. I like to hear the drama in my neighbors' houses. And I live by train tracks. My house is here. I have a train track that goes here and a train track that goes here. I'm in the middle of 2 major train tracks, so I hear the trains all the time. And my fire department's like a block and a half away, so I hear that day and night. It don't stop.
I know.
I can't do the country living.
I know JJ has a train track close by too.
Yes, I do. On the block.
See, up here where I am, a block. Let's see, the block that I'm on is 4.5 miles that way, 2 miles that way, and then around. It's one of those crisscrossing streets. I can go hunting all day long and never hit another road on my block.
Nope, I like the country. See that, JG? I wrote down that pierogi recipe right there. I'm gonna try it.
Ardent Sports did.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it maybe this weekend.
I want to try it too. I got the pierogies in the freezer.
I just had those last night for dinner too. I guess gotta go get the chicken broth and the cream cheese. I have everything else.
I'm gonna cook supper tomorrow night. I don't know if I'm gonna cook a stuffed meatloaf or if I'm gonna cook some salsa chicken, but either one, I'm thinking about videoing it. And
JJ will make you a meatloaf. He'll put spinach in it and everything. It'll be awesome.
that's what I do. You take whole leaf spinach and mix it up with some good cheddar cheese and stuff the meatloaf with it.
Yeah, I did a video on I don't eat meatloaf, and I made it for my family, and I videotaped. I have a video up about the one I made.
Do you eat hamburgers?
Yes.
Me?
Freaking thing, dude.
I can't. I don't know.
If you want to eat meatloaf, get a big ass bun. Put your meatloaf on top of it. Put the other top of the bun in there. And have a hamburger.
Hey, that's the best part about it. Meatloaf
The
sandwich.
same exact thing.
Yep.
Another thing that's really good is take chicken, a good chicken breast, and slice it open and stuff that in with cauliflower and Swiss cheese. Oh my God, that's delicious.
No cauliflower.
Sounds like a chicken on a diet.
It is good.
Chicken on a diet, he said.
Good morning, Carol.
Oh, yep. Good morning, Carol.
Hey.
100 yards in front of your house, but I do live in the country. Yeah, well, JJ lives in the country too, don't you, JJ?
Well,
No?
it's the village.
Oh.
I'm in the village.
Yeah, I'm in the country. I don't know where Mess Hall lives. He's on the phone. He can't tell us. Hard Life, I know he lives in the city.
The suburbs.
When you can walk out your door and you can throw a rock and hit your neighbor's house.
Hey, I got to roll my guys here.
Alrighty, Mike. Thanks for coming up.
Later.
Talk
All
to
right,
you.
Mike. Have a good day.
Tell Daddy I said bye.
All right, later.
Bye. Bye, everybody in the chat.
And then there were 4.
I think today we're gonna have some empanadas.
Some what?
Empanadas, meat pies.
Oh. So,
I make those though. My kids love it when I make them.
Yeah, my wife makes them too. She makes some damn good penne.
Oh, I love penne. I could eat penne every day. Every day.
Yeah, she's pretty damn good.
I'm such a carnivore. It's unbelievable. You could just put meat on my plate and I'm good.
hey, I do that sometimes. I'll be in a mood and I'll just go out and buy me like a whole great big steak about that thick, and I will cook it up and cut it up and just sit there and eat nothing but the steak.
Yeah. You give me meat with a side of garlic bread and I'm good. I'm good.
I like my taters though.
Yeah, I like taters too.
And to me, beef should always be served with green beans.
So I'm not a I always say every time I eat healthy it gets me sick. I'm not a vegetable person.
I like my green beans with steak.
I love steak. As a matter of fact, me and the wife aren't at good terms right now, so I'm not gonna ask to go out. I'll make in a little while. I'll get up and I'll start making the empanadas because I gotta season the meat and then I gotta cook the meat and then I gotta stuff them in the pastry and deep fry them. Anything deep fried is good.
I'm not into that. It's just, I don't know. Deep fried isn't my thing, I guess. Unless it's seafood. Seafood platter with clams and shrimp and stuff like that. I like it deep fried, but
Oh, like so you like paella? You ever had paella?
no.
It's obviously a Spanish dish with it's rice with clams, shrimp. Different places do it a little bit different. Some add sausage, scallops. Has just a mixture of seafood with rice.
Nope, never had it.
I like seafood, but some stuff like I love shrimp, but I don't eat lobster. I like crabs, scallops to a certain degree. Prongs I won't eat. I'm picky when it comes to eating.
I don't like any. Well, I can't say I don't like it. I tolerate it, but fish from the sea, just like swimming fish.
Right.
It's like if I'm gonna eat a fish, I want a fish that tastes like fish. So that's why I like my trout and salmon because they taste like fish.
I like fish as long as it's not me cooking it. I'm not good at cooking fish. I prefer somebody that knows what they're doing.
You can't overcook fish.
Yeah.
You have to slightly undercook it, and then fish is actually better, kind of like a beef. You undercook it a little bit and then let it sit and rest, so it cooks just a little bit more in its own juices.
Right.
It's actually good that way. But fish is hard, so you always usually end up with it either slightly overcooked or slightly undercooked.
Yeah, I think my favorite fish is codfish, salted codfish.
And my wife is the exact opposite. She doesn't care for trout and salmon. She'd rather have haddock and pollock and stuff like that. That to me just tastes like freaking water.
Well, they say halibut is the steak of fish.
Oh no, you want a steak of fish? Have mahi mahi.
Yeah, mahi mahi is pretty
Oh,
good. I like it.
that is good. That is good because that's kind of like a cross between a swordfish and a salmon. It's got a little bit more fishy flavor to it than a swordfish does. Good
The
morning, Muscle Car Appraisal. How are you doing today?
muscle car. There was a place up here, actually in the city that I used to live, that used to make this awesome fish soup, and every now and then he would stick mahi mahi in there.
Mm.
For the most part, it would be I think tilapia is what he used to use. That's the most common fish
Yeah,
around here is tilapia.
the only time I use tilapia is if I'm making um, seafood chowder and I've gone overboard, then I'll end up sticking tilapia in it because it's a little cheaper. But normally I'll stick haddock in it. But my
Mm.
seafood chowder has clams, oysters, shrimp, lobster if I can afford it. But it's easier just to go out and buy a couple lobsters and then cut them up.
Yeah.
Cut them up and throw it in. And if I can't buy lobster, you can actually get a pretty decent amount of crawfish meat,
Mm.
and I'll put that in it. A little crab if I can, scallops, potatoes, onions, and throw a fish in there, which I try to put haddock and boil that up. And then the trick is to not eat it when you cook it. Stick it in the damn refrigerator and let it sit overnight, and then bring it out and reheat it and eat it.
I hate swear. I love but hate at the same time foods like that. Because when I cook something and I smell it and I know I like it, I want to eat it as soon as it's done. I
Yeah,
don't want to wait for it.
the problem with this is, I mean, you cook it up and it's chowder. You let that sit overnight and then you reheat it. Oh my god, the flavors are just all right there.
Mm. Let it marinate.
Yep, basically. And I'll use half and half and then a little bit of milk for the stock. So it's really creamy.
I'll be back. Sorry, guys. I'll be back.
And then there were three, actually two, because Nessal's turned around on the phone.
Yeah, lobster is expensive.
Yeah, if you buy it in a store or in a restaurant here, you're going to pay about the same price as you do anywhere else. If you go down, I got a restaurant I go to down on the coast. I think they went up this year. Last time I drove by, and it's still two 1.5 pound lobsters, an ear of corn, bag of potato chips, and a can of soda is, I think it was $24.95.
Wow.
Which, if you go down the road into a restaurant, a 1.5 pound lobster with some French fries or potatoes and stuff, it's going to cost you $50
Oh yeah.
in a
Yeah.
restaurant. And this is an actual restaurant, but it's like this big barn. And you walk through, and they got these tons and tons of these big containers with a lobster in it, because you can also order lobster from them to have shipped out. And you pick out your own lobster, and then you can either go out back on the dock and eat, where if you're eating there, you might have the risk of, and it's not even a risk, of one of the boats coming in and bringing the lobster in. Or if it's raining out, the upstairs in the barn has like a dining area where you can go up there and eat.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
And half the time you get these seafood platters at these restaurants, if you get surf and turf or something, you're paying all this money, $40, $50 for the meal. It's not even $40, $50 worth of food.
no. It's just they think, oh, seafood, we can charge more.
Yeah.
And
I'd rather make it at home.
yeah, me too. But I don't mind going down to that place because it's still fairly cheap. Me and the wife can go eat for $50 and get a couple lobsters and stuff.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But and then for the non-seafood people, they'll cook you up a hamburger or a hot dog.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody except for a kid have a hot dog there. I suppose if one person was allergic to seafood, they might, go in and he's back.
Sorry about that, fellas. Doctor's calling. Must be that time of year. Everybody's got to go get blood work done.
Yeah. I keep pushing mine off. I keep forgetting.
I got to do mine so they can do my disability review and have updated records on disability files.
I get that thing I think it's about once a year from the government that tells me if I went out on disability, how much I'd get.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sorry, I couldn't do it because I owned my own business for 20 years and I neglected for 20 years to, send in for disability and Social Security, all that stuff. So mine ain't very much at all.
I've worked since I was 15 years old and paid into it. And now I'm drawing it. It's still not enough to live off.
Howdy, Ralph. Good morning, Monica.
What's up, Gaffer? What's up, Ralph?
Oh, Gaffer,
Monica.
you too. Howdy, Gaffer.
Monica. Gaffer.
Yeah, I guess I'm just I'm in New York. I guess I got a little lucky with the whole disability because they go according to certain periods of time of when you worked and take that money and figure out how much they're going to give you. And so I do pretty damn good with it. But
hello, Snobby.
hey, Snobby.
Me, it's my own fault. If it would be up there to par if over that almost 20-year period I had been bothering to send the money in like I should, but I was too much liking the money, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to part with it.
Pot.
Yeah, I didn't want to part with it.
Well, that's the good thing here too. On my disability, I don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Hello, gents.
Howdy, Scrappy.
Hello.
JJ, even though you don't pay out of your disability, you still file every year.
No, I don't have to file.
I need to.
Yeah,
No, everything's I don't file. I don't do anything.
I got my dependents. That's what I'm wondering about. If I still file because they're my dependents? Or?
I you know what? I get on my disability, I get what I make, and until each one of my kids, I get one for each one of my kids. So until they turn 18 and then out of school and everything, then that money moves on to the next.
Oh, come on.
We have a full house. Howdy, Gaffer.
The lag is real.
There you go, man.
Snobby, you missed the coffee. I've switched to Gatorade.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
It stopped raining finally now. Sun's starting to come out.
There we go. All set up.
What do you got? 15 monitors going instead of 20?
No, there's actually I have 3 instead of 4 because one is, and I accidentally put something on the screen that didn't work, so I had to find it.
Good morning, Bubblevis.
Hey, Bubblefish.
Monica's in the house.
I always thought that said Bub Elvis.
That some people call him Bub Elvis, and he's fine with that.
It's actually Dutch. It's two parts: bubble and fish. So yeah.
There's something new every day.
Yeah, go fish. I've noticed you and Bubble Vis have both said hi, and she left quite a while ago, but she was actually the first one in here with me this morning.
Yeah, she hopped over to where I was.
What? You didn't come here first? How dare you?
No, you were not on yet. A big keg was on, and I never see him on. His stream is actually still going because he fell asleep, I think.
I'm just messing.
Oh no,
the
internet went off.
Asleep? No. He crashed. He fell down and dropped his phone. And
Oh really?
tell you now, that's what I reckon's happened. I don't care what anyone tells you.
I thought Polly said the Wi-Fi went out.
She was being polite.
That was JJ last night.
She's covering for him.
We tried to keep his stream growing until he come back, but once his Wi-Fi went out, YouTube said nope, and shut it off.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, had a good talk with Gill Skills also.
And when you know, Snobby shows up.
Holy cow, look what the cat dragged in. Mr. Lothar. Where the hell you been, bud?
Oh!
Lothar,
Blast from the past.
tracking Snobby.
Someone said cat?
If anybody wants to come up, Maine-iac, just drop me out. I don't mind at all. Same with me.
He has work to be done.
Nope, Snobby, you're my coffee guy. You and JJ.
And cigarette.
I actually might even do another one tomorrow morning. Not sure yet. Depends on what time I get up, I guess.
I like that hat you got on, Messol.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to say the hat, the cat in the hat.
No, it's Orange County Choppers, isn't it?
It is.
No,
Yeah.
Bubble this. Lothar isn't Albanian. His nephew is Albanian. That's a funny video.
Yeah.
He ain't even want to look now. He likes it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So how you been, Gaffer? Haven't seen you around in a while.
Yeah, busy, mate. Here, there, and everywhere, doing this, that, and everything.
Yeah, the last time I saw Gaffer, he had a red beard.
Was it red or pink?
Oh, pink. Yeah.
Yeah, it took me 3 days to wash that out, too.
Sorry to hear that, Lothar. But few days, you've been gone for like 3 weeks.
Who?
Lothar.
Feeling well for the last few days. Yeah.
We were actually talking about you last night
Yep.
on my stream. Wondering where you were.
Yeah.
Was he in the chat? Oh, Lothar.
Yep, he's in the chat.
Go Fish Office cannot see Lothar's comments in the chat.
I can't either.
Oh, Go Fish came back.
Gaffer, you don't see any of Lothar's comments in the chat?
No.
That's really weird.
Switch from.
I'm on live chat.
Oh, you're on live chat? Then
I'm on top chat always because if I go to live chat, my emojis all flip out.
Huh.
And if you're a moderator, there's not. I believe there's no difference in top chat or live chat.
Hi, Gaffer. Hi,
Hey, Dusty.
JJ.
Hey, Dusty.
Hiya, Dusty.
Nicole. Ralph.
The cat
Hello.
the cat is waving, but you can't really see it.
Oh.
Wait.
I got your sticker today.
Yeah. I
Yep.
can see it.
Got it in the mail this morning.
Good
Oh, yeah.
morning, Crazy Ann.
And you got a sticker. I left it in the car though.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'll go out and get it in the morning.
Today, a
Oh,
monstrosity
my
huge
friend.
rock
I didn't see Snobbies though.
made of 200 meters.
He's up there.
Might postpone in Texas.
No sticker, Snobby.
Yeah, I'm sure I put them both in the envelope.
Oh no, there's only one in there.
Lying bastard.
I'm not. I'm serious.
Yeah, all right.
No, I'm serious. I thought to myself, what? Only Dusty thought I was worth sending one for.
I
And I
don't
bet you
know.
put
No, I'm telling you, there was only one in there.
Yeah, all right.
I knew I should have opened that up one bloody. I'll be back in a minute. Bugger you.
Hi, Crazy Ann.
Crazy in the house.
Can't get back into that. Gaff's gone.
Yeah, I got that problem too with not seeing some people's comments. I don't know what it is either.
That is
Like
weird.
Zach Fisher. I can't see anything Zach Fisher says.
I stay on
Zach Fisher, who hangs out at Nike Girl a lot. Zach Fisher.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
surprised he didn't come on here this morning. He comes in here a lot too.
Zach is a nice guy. Yeah, it's weird. Let's see.
He's cool.
Lothar Go Fish says hello and hope you are well. And I'm supposed to say this because she can't see your comments. And you can probably not see her comments.
No,
Oh, yeah.
he hasn't posted anything. It has to be reviewed, so that ain't the process.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what Bubblebiss was asking, and no, he hasn't posted anything that needs any type of review or anything. So
Yeah, well, I should get my community tab somewhere pretty soon, I would assume.
I heard that sometimes can take like a month before
Bobby.
you put it on there.
A month?
Yep.
Dang.
I'm serious, mate. That's all that's in the envelope.
Oh, well, I'll have to send you some then, won't I?
No, don't bother, you tight ass sod. I know
Lothar can
you did
also
it on
not see
purpose.
Go Fish.
You go, yeah, I'm not buddy sending him one bugger off. Not with that shit he just sent me.
Orange County Choppers, they also made a couple of choppers for in World of Warcraft.
Did I? I haven't watched that show.
That was cool.
At least Dusty loves me.
Yeah, she sends her
Oh,
kisses
yeah.
all over the place.
You messed it up, didn't you, mate? All you had to do, you only had one job: stick a sticker in an envelope.
I don't know what's that. Yeah.
Dusty
Well,
says it's more important, anyways.
Yeah, Dusty's is a lot bigger, and you can actually read it.
I'm not going to swear anymore.
Or any less either.
No, I don't like swearing on people's channels. But Gaffer brings the work out in me.
Not me, mate. You're the one who didn't send the sticker.
Ralph, you really need to grow a beard, dude.
Well, you don't like it without it?
Well, you just, one of these things is not like the others.
Oh, because I'm the only beardless one on here now. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I had to visit some people and I thought I'll trim it a bit. It's not completely shaven, but it's like 0.5 millimeter, maybe 1/4 millimeter. I don't know.
you might not be pretty soon because I was informed that it's not required, but if I actually do switch over to management, that it would be recommended that I keep my beard to a minimum, so it might not get any thicker than this right here.
So they can't grab it and pull your beard.
Well, they
safety and stuff.
recommend that anyways, but I'll actually be in management and I'll be doing a lot of, meetings with higher
Oh, you have to look all nice. Yeah.
and state workers
No,
and all that kinds of stuff. So
It's not that. When you get into management, they don't want your hairy face kissing their ass. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
see, that's part of the reason I don't kiss their ass, and I think that's part of the reason why now they're looking at me for
Is better?
management. Because they've had so many people over the years kissing their ass that the company's actually gone downhill because whatever upper management wants, that's what happens. And now they've gotten a few people into the lower management that are bucking and saying, hey, this ain't a good idea. You do not work with these people hand in hand. We do. And what you're doing is going to screw things up. And so the company's slowly starting to get better. So I think they're kind of wanting people that are going to not kiss their ass and let them know when they're screwing up. So
Yeah, that's usually the case.
You
The
keep telling
people
you
on
keep
top-
telling yourself that.
The
Good
people on top
morning,
keep
brother.
telling everybody, oh, it has to be like this, and we're going to change this and this and that, because and they have no idea what's happening on the work floor. And
Well-
then the work floor is going to complain, hey, this is not working.
Well, last year they had a thing where they called all the employees, or they offered all the employees a private meeting with upper management, and to get whatever they need. And I actually got an email requesting that I take one of those meetings because they wanted to hear what I had to say.
Oh,
Let them
okay.
know.
And
I
there's
let 'em
Raffle
know.
Scrapper.
I said, hey, you guys suck at this, you suck at this, and you suck at this, and you need to change it. And some of the things have actually got changed.
Oh, that's good.
Well, everybody's scared of their job. And honestly, I love my job, but I only make 50 cents an hour over minimum wage. And I've told them, they're like, well, you're very verbal. I'm like, yeah, what do I care? I can go to fucking McDonald's and make more money than I'm making here. So I'm not worried about my job. They're like, okay.
Batman.
So, but I don't do the job for the money. The $3 an hour increase in pay will be a little helpful, but
Maine-iac, Go Fish wants you to highlight the next comment she puts up so Lothar can see it.
Oh, that will work, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even think I forget all about doing that. I get reading the chat or talking with people in here, and I forget all about highlighting comments and stuff. So yep, soon as she posts something.
Bat metal.
I like that. You broke your screen.
I tried using that program after the last weekend when I was using it. I tried to use it again. It wouldn't let me go near it.
No.
Said,
Yeah,
sorry,
mine,
your camera is used elsewhere.
mine
The hell is this crap?
mine sometimes works, sometimes it don't. And what I found with mine, when it won't pick up my camera, I just do what Ralph taught me yesterday. And even if it's not showing in the management thing or whatever, I'll click the program on and then shut it off via the task manager, and then it will correct itself.
Well, Messall has got a lot of masks as well, but they're not digital.
No, they're analog.
Analog. I have an analog mask somewhere. Wait. Let me go get it quickly.
Yeah, H7. I tried what you showed me on yours last night, and I still can't get it to pick up my camera. So I'm thinking when I buy a decent external camera that maybe it'll work better with that. So I'm thinking I got to go out and buy me an external camera.
That works.
That's my problem.
Hey, Mess Hall, how about this?
I like that one.
Yeah.
That's quality there.
Yeah, this is part of the collector's edition for the Darksiders 2 video game, where you play with the character Death. It's basically the four horsemen. The first game you play with War, in the second one you play Death, and the third one is still there waiting to be unboxed.
Yeah, I think that's what I got to do, 8-7. So I'm not even going to mess with it until I get another camera, which
Yeah.
I'm going to do. No, not next paycheck, because next paycheck I'm buying my stickers. So
These are felt and elastic.
Yep. So, oh yeah, Snobby.
Yeah.
We got my wife's stickers, so they'll be going out real soon now.
Okay, bud.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah. You got my postal? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think both Go Fish and Lothar ought to go into their block and make sure they didn't accidentally block.
I was just going to say that.
Because, I mean,
You beat me to it.
I've heard of it happen on more than one occasion that you just push the wrong button and you make a mistake and block somebody.
Yeah, in the chat maybe. And you didn't even notice.
There are two different kinds of blocks you can do. You can go to their channel and block them, but if you're in a live chat and you want to go to their channel, it also gives you an option to block. That block blocks you from seeing it in the chat. Now, I don't know how you get rid of that one.
Yeah, I don't. I just know there's a block list. I don't even know where it is. 8-7. It's on my channel, but you don't have to do that, buddy. Trust me, you don't have to do that. I'll just wait a little while.
75309.
Appreciate it, but yeah, you don't have to do that.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Oh no, he was asking what I said. I wasn't going to buy it for a bit, and he asked what my PayPal was. And it's like, no.
Give him mine.
If he insists, it's on my channel. But yeah.
6753099.
I mean, I have one here. I used it the other night, and it sucks. It brings my face way too close to the camera because you can't adjust it in or out or anything.
Shoot the duck.
Is there no software for it to adjust it?
No, it's just a cheap plug-in $8.99 camera.
Oh yeah. $8.99, yeah.
Shoot the duck. Yeah, shoot that damn duck.
Shoot the duck for a buck.
Shoot the duck for a buck. It is. It's up in my. If you go to the thing, it's up on the. Hang on. I'll do it.
Maybe I should look into that as well. A PayPal link. No idea if anyone wants to like sponsor my stuff because, well, I do go through a lot of fuel for my furnace and tools and stuff. But yeah. What'd be happening? Oh, there we go.
It's right in here. 8-7, where up in my banner where it says merch, Twitter, and then there's a little PayPal one. And then on top of that, it's also, I should say it's right in here. And then also, if you go to the About section, it's down in here where it says donate. But like I said, you don't have to do that, buddy.
That says donuts.
Do not.
Donut.
Show us something.
Yep. Yeah, it's written as donate. But like I said, you don't have to do that, brother.
Someone say donut.
All right, donut.
Donut.
You get donuts on Maine-iacs.
Do not.
Oh, I got to switch back to this view.
Yeah, this is better.
I am not sure, Go Fish. I just know that it is on there somewhere. You would have to ask somebody that knows because I've tried.
Or Google it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, or just Google it on how to check your block list. But I haven't got a clue because I don't think I have anybody blocked. Ah, I see 87. 870.
8675309.
Oh, I'm not playing the guitar this morning.
What the hell is this?
Oh, you messed up AJ stream. Can't play it.
You went out at the perfect time though, JJ, last night because as much fun as she is, Nikki was getting ready to come up on screen and have us try the duet. I just don't think that would have. I think a lag or something. I think it would have messed it up. But hell, maybe sometime I'll get her on a private chat and we'll try it to see if it works instead of.
Well, community you don't have, Monica.
No,
There's no community tab if you're not over 1,000.
What she's talking about is if you go to your home page and you click customize channel, it pops up and you point at your, like mine, 276 subscribers, and then you point to that and
subscribe.
I don't see anything about block list, but
yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I know where it is, but again, I got to do it to explain it.
Why is this here?
I don't have a clue.
There you go, Fish Office.
I'm not
in Creator Studio. In Creator Studio. In Creator Studio.
Yeah, every time I hit channel though, it goes to.
Hey, Monica, I don't believe you. Show me your PC.
Sure.
Oh, not that again.
I like to look at it myself.
Community settings, maybe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go into community settings, and then you'll see hidden users.
Yes, it's in hidden users.
All right,
approved users, blocked words.
Yeah, let me go back out. Oops.
Hidden users.
All right, let me do this with you, Go Fish. All right, what you do is you go onto your channel and you hit customize channel.
You took away my mirror.
Sorry. Once you've got your customized channel, way over here up on the top, it says subscribers. Click on that.
Oh, you can click on that. Okay.
And then you go down here, and right here on the left, right underneath the red thing where it says subscribers, click community settings. And then it's got right here, it's got automated filters. It shows my moderators. Then it's got
okay, cool.
Approved users. And then it's got hidden users. So I only got 2 hidden.
I have no hidden users. I have
and then
no
you
mods.
can just hit the X and it'll take them off your hidden users.
Okay, interesting.
My hidden users is about a mile long.
Oh, is
wow.
it? I don't have trolls that come in here, so not yet, anyways.
You will. Oh, you will. Trolls you will have.
Trolls you will have.
There you go. I'll give you a mirror back.
If you stream it, they
Here
will
we
come.
go. You need a mirror. That better?
Yeah, Ralph, don't work for me. Doesn't work for me.
Oh, I still have this weird thing on the screen.
You know why it's not working, don't you? You're not using a fork. Just ask JJ. He'll tell you all about forks.
Use the forks.
May the
Use
force
the
be
fork.
with you.
That's it. That's where that gives it the look. Gives it the fluff.
Yeah.
But he might have a hidden user on his end, Go Fish, so he needs to check it too, because he might have blocked you accidentally.
Yeah.
Because it does happen, because when you put your tab over somebody and you hit those three buttons, you've got right there. If you make a mistake and put hide user, then it's hidden, even if you've done it on accident. Yeah, my wife's picking me up a mask today, Mess Hall.
I mixed this with a olive oil hair product or
Cucumber.
beard product.
Oh, for your beard.
It's like a mixture smell with cucumber and olive oil.
I got a mask here, but it doesn't fit over my glasses, and it doesn't fit under my glasses, so I don't wear it.
Oh no, I meant my wife is picking me up another face mask to put on and peel off, because I like the way my face felt off. I get this wicked dry skin up here and down the bridge of my nose and stuff, and the mask took that all away. So she's gonna get me another mask.
This is weird.
Yeah, and he says that he checked. And it's not blocked. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I got all this stuff with the ethnic.
So I don't know what's going on. Good morning, Joyce.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm going to go check my channel, because the problem is, and here you go, folks, just so you know, if you block a person, it's only you that are blocked. It's only you that can't. Everyone else can see him, but you can't. Now, I don't ever remember blocking him, so what the hell's going on?
Right.
Yeah. This is weird. Lothar's having more problems, I've heard. Hello, Joy Stewart.
Monica wants her glory.
Lothar is not blocked on mine.
Yes, I don't know what's going on. Maybe YouTube doesn't like you.
Now that I can believe.
Now, Lothar's a pretty good guy.
Snobby don't like him.
Do me a favor, can someone put his link in the chat so I can just go there and just get some information?
Yeah.
He should not be blocked.
Lothar's link, I'll put that in there.
Oh, you're going to grab it? All right, Ralph.
Yeah, I'm working on it. There.
That's one good thing about having moderators. You don't have to really do nothing if you don't want to.
Yeah. Plus, this multi-screen stuff is quite handy.
Yeah. Well, I actually got two screens up this morning.
Oh yeah, you do too. Yeah.
Surprising, because I never use two screens for my morning chat. I usually only use the two screens for the behind the channels. You are a nice person, Go Fish.
Thank you. Oh.
I better unmute myself, better not.
Yeah, if you want to speak, yeah.
Sound better.
Yeah.
Voice change, express the
JJ, I think you had got kicked off last. I'm not sure. Maybe it was before you got kicked off when I was doing trying to do that song for Nikki to see if I could do it. Oh my God. Because I got to the Sheryl Crow part, so I just started singing in a real high voice. Freaking mess all the what the fuck? It was funny.
Sound like he sat on his boys. Oh.
Yeah, I cannot sing in a high voice. That's why one of my favorite songs out there is Farewell Party by Gene Watson. And I've been trying to get NBA to do it because I can do it, but I cannot hit that final note in that song for the life of me. And I don't really have the voice for that song either, but I think NBA would be great at that song. Bubblevis wants to know where Gaffa is from.
That way.
I'm from a little place called Oz. I am the Wizard of Oz.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
He's down there with all the Tim Tams.
But let's see, I've decided that today I'm not doing anything.
You're gonna get in trouble.
No, because I gotta in 2 hours. In 2 hours, I gotta be at work for the memorial service, and then at 3:30, I'm actually going into work at a different house that's just down the road till 8 o'clock from 3:30 to 8. So.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
What's that?
I say I keep forgetting. It's what, about 10 o'clock where you are?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
10 o'clock. Right on the money.
Why are we looking at me? Oh, he's showing the time. I thought he was featuring me for a reason. I was like, I know I'm good looking, but come on.
You so pretty.
My phone's upstairs, so I ain't showing you nothing.
JJ, what phone you got, JJ?
The Android, J something.
I have been going for 2 hours, almost 3 hours. It'll be 3 hours in a couple minutes, which is actually short for a coffee chat. No, actually, yesterday I only ran for what, an hour and a half yesterday?
Did you even get on yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Oh, hang on, Lothar. Message list is empty and I erased. I did not erase this, and I don't know why YouTube did this. It could just be a glitch, Lothar. That will eventually correct itself because it happens all the time.
They may be punishing his ass for malpractice. He did that prostate exam on Snobby.
or they've had a look at his merch list.
Welcome back.
Some of that stuff he's got on his merch list is a little bit pricey.
Yeah, yeah. That's funny though.
I'm looking at some merch, and I'm trying to figure out how I can do it to keep.
I was actually looking at some merch, and this wasn't something I was looking at for myself. It was something I was thinking about getting myself, but I was going to send some to MBA, which is some customized guitar picks. I can get them where it has the Maine-iac variety logo on them and stuff. But holy shit, they're expensive. And I'm used to paying, I think it's $1.19 for a pick when I go to the music store to pick them up, because I lose them all the time because I like leave them sitting around. And I went and bought 5 a couple weeks ago, and then after I bought them, I cleaned up around here, and I found 3 just laying around. So, but these ones are my favorite. The what are they? They're cool. This right here is almost like a sandpaper, so it grips my fingers pretty good.
I can't find my.
What does a dog say when he sits down on 20 grit sandpaper?
That's what.
Ruff. And what sound does a dog make when you put him in the freezer for 4 hours?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
I mean, just run him through a bandsaw. He goes meow. You know how to make a cat bark like a dog, don't you? Douse it in petrol and throw a match on it. It goes woof. You're watching Hunting and Stuff with J&J.
Yeah. Last night or yesterday when I hooked up that thing for the echoing, this thing popped up on my screen and it says, "What's playing now? Hunting and Stuff with J&J." And if I pushed the button on it, it would pause and play your live stream. It was really weird, and it was like, what the hell does an audio equipment have to do with that? But it does something.
See? JJ gets into your bloody computer where you don't want him to. Sitting back there smug as if to say, "Yep, I told you I could do it."
If if Ralph files that thing anymore, there's going to be nothing left to it.
I'm actually keeping all the filings and the shavings because this is also brass. It's a tiny bit, but yeah, I got a whole pot full of the stuff in the shed.
Hunting and Stuff with J&J.
Awesome.
What I'm thinking about doing is when I have the green screen, behind me here, I'm thinking you do the green screen, and if I could put stickers up on that, they would show through the green screen, right? Because they wouldn't be green. So I could actually make them like they're floating behind me. So I gotta build me something so that I can have that be hard, so that I can stick stuff to it. Because if I stick it to the cloth, it's just
okay. But what if you have stickers that are green? Do you then use a blue screen?
No, then you just can't see them.
Oh, then you put them on blue paper and hang it up there.
Yeah.
JJ makes pauses in my
background. Well, no, because anything green that shows up there, it will take it away. Because you see it, some people do live streams and they got like writing on their shirt that's green, and you can like, it almost looks like you can see through them. So, Maine-iac variety. Why are we showing names?
Well, because I ain't got the stickers, that's why.
Oh.
Once you get the sticker, he'll take that down and replace it.
Oh, Gaffa's in reverse. Gaffa, you need to flip your camera.
This is the
No,
one.
no, I have it like this because it's a damn sight easier. I'll put it this way. Ralph, point to me. No, to the side. Point to the side where I am.
Point to the side where you are. Yes.
Yeah. Now point to the side where Maine-iac is. See, now you have to think about it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I don't. With me, I just go, where is he? He's over here. He's up there. No, he's over there. He's over here. Because I've reversed my camera.
Yeah, but now all the text is in reverse.
Oh, well, I just won't show text.
Yeah, after a while you get used to it though, because like Hunting and Stuff with J&J, he's right there.
Yeah, but that's because there's nobody on that side of you.
Well, no, there's nobody over there.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's what mine look like?
What, like this?
Well, just only two. Yeah.
Or is this yours? Is this yours, mate?
From Miami Beach.
Is this yours?
Oh, I still need that one.
Oh, I know. No, this one's yours. I forgot. I apologize. This one's yours.
I have actually thought about that, Raphael. When I finally get this green screen going, getting me a green shirt so that it looks like just my head is floating around. Kind of like that.
Is that it? Is that it? It's not
Nah.
it. That's not it.
No.
Oh, I know which one it is. It's this one.
No. Yeah, well, when you get a proper sticker board, no, I ain't got that one.
I don't have a gaffer.
You haven't got this one.
JJ, you got a gaffer sticker?
No.
Mon,
Come on, gaffer. Send us some stickers.
Who?
You.
it costs
Who
him
wants
$100 to send a sticker to you.
Who wants a sticker?
I'll trade you.
Metal. Yeah, sure.
International.
Don't worry about
That's $1.
it. It's coming. It's coming, Monica. I promise.
Yeah. Yeah, that jerky looked good. So next time you make some.
That was some good jerky, JJ.
I like a good jerky. I don't like that really hard stuff that you buy. I don't like that, but yours looked like it was hard enough but still chewy enough that it looked really, really good.
You know I'm saying.
I'll tell you,
Weird is also with the bacon.
I was not expecting the review that NBA did for me and Mess Hall. That thing was like professional the way he did it.
Yeah.
Yes, Monica, I just got my wife's stickers in today. So I'm going to be putting on her bottles when she gets home and putting everything in the envelopes and sending them out early, probably like Monday or Tuesday.
I'll take a bow to the best beef jerker.
Yeah.
Best jerker around, huh? See, I've got a dehydrator, and I tried making jerky in that. It didn't work out. I tried the oven technique, and the way I was taught was you put your little strips of meat in it, and you stick toothpicks through it and hang it through the rack, and put it on 100 degrees for like 5 hours, but it didn't. It just dried it right out. So
Yeah, I just marinate mine. I marinate mine for overnight. I put it on a rack and put it in the oven at 170 for like 2 hours, and it comes out just pretty damn good.
Comes out jerky.
This guy, you might
Jerky.
see his prices.
So-
What this guy here?
I had to put
This
that
guy
in.
here.
That's
You
so
might
wrong.
be his prices. Me.
Ugh.
Hey, Raphael.
Raffle.
Yeah, Monica, in a couple weeks, I'll be sending out some stickers, and
Have you sent that thing off yet,
I'll
Snobby?
send you one of mine. But before you stick it anywhere, you have to come on a live stream with it stuck right in the middle of your forehead.
You got the lick
What
it
do you want
before
to
you stick
that,
it.
Gaffer?
That thing,
What do you want
you sent
about?
it to Raphael yet?
Oh, yes.
know.
Yeah, he's got it, I
I thought,
believe.
I
It
thought
was
you,
at the
I thought you were
post
sending
office.
him a parcel.
Yeah, I have. He's got it.
Oh,
JJ.
he's got it. So this
JJ.
weekend we expect to see things attached to it and everything.
Yeah, and we can move on to the next one then.
Who's the next one?
Who was the next one actually?
Ralph.
We were chatting with him the other day.
You in it?
Hey, Gaffa, do you live in a city or out in the Bush?
I
Or,
live in the city.
I don't
I
worry.
live in the capital of South Australia.
Oh, I was gonna say if you lived out in the country, you save me a hotel room and I could just buy a tent while I'm there.
I used to live in the country, but the city caught up. But hey, don't get me wrong. It's like only 5-minute walk that way. We're in the middle of farmers' properties and bush and everything else. So it's not as if you're that far away. We're still kind of like living near the edge of the city. It don't take long to get there.
I like it. This is how country I have to be. If I'm able to walk out on my front steps and point in any direction and take a piss without worrying about anybody seeing me, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's 20 miles that way. 40 miles that way is the city centre, but 20 miles that way, it's just you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I keep telling WTF Mike, man, I'd love to have just an acre of land right dab smack in the middle of all of his land. He's got 11,000 acres. And
Is that all?
Yeah.
a house right dab smack in the middle of that would be perfect for me. So that when I look out, all I see is his cattle roaming. You know, I love just
we got cattle stations over here so big you could drive a half a day and still not get away from the front yard of his property.
wow.
You haven't even got in. You haven't even got into the pastures of the cattle yet in half a day's drive. That's just his property, and then you get outside of that, and it's the cattle property.
Yeah, well, Australia
heaps
is a huge freaking country.
Yeah, and we've got huge cattle and sheep stations over here that does take up miles and miles and miles.
I want to come to Australia because I don't care about beaches. I don't care about. I want to come over there and go metal detecting because you guys just have like gold that's laying around everywhere on the ground.
Yeah, we wish.
Well, it seems that way when you watch the videos of people.
I know, but they're only going to show you the ones they find gold
Goldfish
laying on top of the ground. The other 20 times they went out there, they didn't see nothing.
I have a piece of Australian gold. It's one of my favorite ones. I love the color. The Australian gold has a different color to it than other
different
gold.
hue.
Yeah, I love the color of Australian gold. I only got a little quarter-gram nugget, but
I will admit, if you go over to the west part of where I live, right over the west of the border, and just before you get to the next state, and just metal detect there for about 3 weeks, you're more than likely going to find something you want. And it does. In some places it just lays just below the surface or just on the surface, but they're only pissy little things.
yeah, but I just like
But
gold.
other people have found big ones, so.
Yeah, they have a show out there. I don't know if it's still on or not, but it was about gold prospectors in Australia. And yeah, I believe it was out in the western parts and stuff, but they have to do out in the desert.
I haven't watched commercial TV in Australia in about 6 years, so I don't know.
But it was a cool show. They have to. Oh, all right. Hang on. Let me post that for you. See you later, Go Fish.
See you later, Goldfish.
Goldfish. She's a cool lady.
We got a radio guy around here. Goldfish radio.
But I think I tried to show this before, but my pieces are so small that.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Gary the Goat. Who the hell is Gary the Goat? Obviously, I haven't met them if I don't know who Gary the Goat is.
I don't even see a Gary the Goat.
Okay. Who the hell is Gary the Goat?
I don't
know.
What's
Gary
the Goat?
Larry the Lamb's mate.
We're not talking about Seaford Gary the Goat, are we?
No idea.
Who's Bubble Elvis?
Bubblevis.
Bubblevis.
There's a Dutch guy.
I'm going to run, fellas. Y'all have a good day. I'll be back later on.
All righty. Thank you for dropping in.
All right,
See
mate.
ya.
See you
Of course,
soon, mate.
it's going to be hard to show because my Australian gold is bigger than my other gold nuggets. But like this is Alaskan gold.
Is there
And
any
th-
difference?
And then this is Australian gold.
Okay.
Yeah, the color. If you could, this damn camera would show the difference in color.
Yeah, it doesn't really show up. Yeah.
No, but here in real life, you can see a big difference in the color of the gold. And Australian gold is just so beautiful, you know, in its raw form. I'm trying to collect gold nuggets from any place I can. You'd be surprised at how many states you can't even find.
I could make you some Nordic gold if you want.
Nah, I don't want no Nordic gold. That'd be like getting German silver, right?
I don't know. What's German silver?
It isn't silver. It's pewter and a couple other elements. What? I guess so. I'll do some in a bit.
Gary the goat is in the East Coast, and I'm in the middle. So no, I've never met Gary the goat. Yes, he has his own YouTube channel, and he is a famous Australian. But yeah, that's like asking, has anyone met Kenny Rogers? Because he lives in America.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta hop off here too. I got a couple of things I just got a text I gotta take care of. So
Yeah, I'm
we'll
over
be around later.
All right, we'll see you later, JJ.
All right,
See you
Jay.
later, guys.
See you, Jay.
I can do this anyways.
Oh, it's the dreadful cigarette.
That's right. Snobby's had one hanging out of his face for the last hour.
Yeah, I was just reminded I need to tear the back of my washing machine apart and put some screens in it. Because the filters there are plugged up. They keep plugging up. And so I'm going to put some screens in, and then I got a filter that maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I got to put into my water line system because I got a lot of ledge rock dust that comes up through because I have a well and not city water.
Snobby, you're not trying to scrap that camera, are you?
I'll just have to sit down, that's all.
I can see you, Lothar.
I'm just trying.
Yeah, nobody else can.
Actually, I think it was just you and
Oh, there he is.
Go Fish. Oh, you see him now?
I can see him. I can see you.
Oh, you're gonna see him now.
Oh my God. I can now see him in chat.
You fixed something, didn't you?
Lothar,
Hey,
what the hell did you do to your channel?
Okay, it's not me. It was I got my uncle gets software from his company, right? And it's software from you know what big companies use. And what happens is they send you the key. They've been sending me the key for years because I'm on the list for this software, and the software is worth like $10,000. I have to erase that software, so I shut down that software. It unblocked you all. So I cannot use that software on my computer. It won't let
That's
me do it.
really weird software.
No, it
does
is
specifically that.
No, not if it's company software. That is not weird. That's standard.
Yeah, and this stuff is so strong, okay? Like so strong that if you have something on your computer what is infected, it blocks everything. It just shuts you down, blocks everything.
Yeah, because they don't want you infecting their system.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's like it is not cheap stuff. So
it's easy to bypass, but you got to know what you're doing. And the bottom line is, it is.
Yeah, I have to erase it because I was watching a video while I was talking to you guys.
Do you know what I'm running for virus software? Absolutely nothing.
Same here.
Because the hackers out there are so good that every day they come up with, 1,000 new ways to hack your computer, and there's no way that the software can keep up with it. So why bother paying for software that's not going to work anyways? And besides that, I'm a guy that lives out here in the middle of Maine, and I don't put any financial stuff on my computer. So why in the hell would they want to hack me?
Yeah, but I do though, so that's the whole thing, right? But
Yeah,
I got
me
different
too.
software. I got different software on there, but this company software is so strong that it goes through your emails, right? And it goes through there probably 400 times before it will give you that email. Like it
Yeah,
checks
well,
that email so good that you can. Hey, as soon as
I
see
don't,
now,
I
I can
don't,
see Goldfish Office now.
I don't
It
open
takes
up
it too.
emails. I don't open up emails on my computer at all. All emails get opened up on my phone. And quite honestly, if something destroys my phone, I can just throw it away and buy another damn $100
Oh,
phone.
you have to do the snobby salute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of like the snobby look doesn't work with the glasses on, mate.
but yeah, Lothar, believe it or not, you've been gone for a few weeks and you were actually missed.
No, I was only gone for a week and a half. I was busy too.
I
and
have
then-
not seen you around anywhere for a couple weeks, except maybe a comment here and there in a stream somewhere. Other than that, I have not seen you.
No,
Yeah,
he's been
like-
he's been annoying the hell out of me about a week ago.
What is that?
Every time I get on a live stream, there he is.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Just hop on
Well,
board.
then
Yeah,
maybe
he fixed it. Go Fish Office.
I see
maybe
her.
you
I
can
see her
avoid
right now,
me and
so.
JJ because those are the two main live streams. So, or for us.
Yeah. Oh no, he was over at the Redneck Connection. He was over at Jimmy C's and a couple other people, and we're all on together all the time.
Yeah.
That was only about a week ago.
Yeah. And I didn't stay long on Jimmy C's. It just popped in and say hello and whatever else. And then, like I said, I was busy doing other things. And then I got a flu bug again where it was like, okay, this is just.
What the hell's up with your camera? Your camera's all blurry, though.
Oh, it's probably just smudge on here.
No, it's probably part of what the software took away his resolution a little bit.
No, it was smudge because that cleared it up like a ton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's smudged. No, it's smudged.
Smudgy.
Yeah, it's not me. It's the stupid thing. I had to take this computer. Remember the last time I talked to you, I got an update from this software, and that's what everything was blocked. It's like I couldn't see certain people, and I think what it did, it went into my Google page and changed the settings because it blocked other things. It blocked my Facebook, so I couldn't even get onto my Facebook page, and it blocked it completely. So I can't read the whole thing from the software, okay, and it says, gonna remember this, that you cannot use Facebook in my uncle's office. He doesn't want anyone using Facebook because he thinks it's a waste of time. Okay, so
I agree with your uncle.
yeah, because he's done that where you can't get on Facebook through that, and I'm going, what the heck is going on here? Oh, it's really good software, but it also blocks everything on your computer.
The company I work for, they have software, and it had Facebook blocked, and then they decided to unblock it because the company also has a Facebook page, and nobody can look at it. And so they're like, well, let's unblock it. But the problem they had is too many people nowadays are, their phone's always in their face, and we're not supposed to be using our cell phones at work unless it's an emergency, but it's an actual written rule, but it's a they don't pay attention to it. It's not an enforced rule, and too many people are just on their phones constantly instead of doing what they're supposed to be doing. Now, you guys know me. Rarely ever do I ever come onto a chat and say hi, even in just the side, in the chat. when I'm at work, because my mind, I want to be paying attention to what he's doing, and because quite frankly, if I took my eyes off him for a few minutes, I'm apt to get attacked if he decides he wants to explode or something. So, and other people don't get that, and they're just on their phones constantly. It's crazy.
Unfortunately, though, my company adopted a policy called Workplace, which is a Facebook-based thing that we can use at work, and you can discuss things at work, and they get all messages sent through it. And it's no different to Facebook. It's run by Facebook, but it's not called Facebook. It's called Workplace, I think it's called. So whether you want Facebook or not, you end up with a bloody thing at work.
My uncle used to use a system on their phone because we used to get Blackberries, the ones you type into. Okay, well, someone lost their BlackBerry and someone hacked into her system, so that went down within like I think about 2 weeks after using the system. It was a nice system because you could take pictures and everything else and send them. That phone was just a business phone. Okay, it was perfect for that system. But the whole thing was someone lost the phone and didn't put a password on it. Someone went in there and it just wrecked the whole system. There goes $50,000.
Yeah, well, that's what Workplace basically is. It's just Facebook for the workplace, and you can add pictures and comments, and the company can give you all your notifications and all that type of shit.
That's why I like. I don't know about iPhones and stuff, but I know that Google on an Android, you can actually set it up so that if you lose your phone, you can go into Google, and there's a thing where you just disconnect your phone from it, and it basically shuts your phone down so that it can't work off the internet.
And you can also keep the GPS running so you can find your phone.
Yeah. But I just don't worry about that stuff. I'm not big enough or rich enough for anybody to try to hack me. So, and if they do,
it's not them who hack you. What you do is they hack a volume of people. Okay, and that volume of people, they will call you up. So what they'll do is they'll look at your photos once they hack you and say, okay, he looks a little bit older. Let's trick him with a telephone scam. So if the computer scam don't work, we'll do the heating and ducting scam. We'll do the Windows scam on them, and then we'll do the tax scam on them. So they'll go through your process. See, this is why all my computers do not have my real name on it. Like, you know how it says real name and blah blah blah. Don't ever put your real name on anything.
Now mine just says Errol.
Mine just says Gaffer.
But I mean, it's like they're not going to scam me with Windows, because if I needed a new window, I'd install it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I heat with wood, so I don't need the new heat ducting. I don't open an email unless I know who it's from. And quite honestly, the only emails I open are from eBay and my work. And I know better than to put my password in any email that's asking me for a password. My computer, if they hack that and destroy my computer, I'll go to the dump and get another one, because that's where this one came from.
Yeah.
So I'm just not worried about it. And when you're running, unless you have a really high-end computer, when you're running virus software, it actually slows your computer down. So
yeah, I know. Yeah. But I have about, my password is so long that I have to copy it and paste it and put it in a lock. I put it in a locked file on my computer. So every time I want to get my password, I have to open this file, put a password to get my password out, because it's so long that no one can crack it. But it's every single thing I do has a different password. All my accounts have a different password. And no one can crack it because we've tried. Because I know people who know how to hack accounts and stuff like that. Because the worst thing is, how an account works. Now Google will call up you on your cell phone, and then you have to. I agree. When you log in, if you haven't logged in, I think was it 5 days into your computer, Google will automatically throw your account off and put it into lockdown, and then when you sign in again, you have to sign in with your phone.
Mine did that because I was trying to go to my other account to find a video to show them last night of a video of me and my brother playing the guitar together. And I couldn't remember my password because I haven't used it. And I tried all of them and I couldn't get in it. And all of a sudden it said account locked.
Yeah.
And it kept sending it to because I kept saying send it to my phone. But when I'd open it, it'd just be a blank page and it wouldn't allow me to hit yes and punch in the number.
Usually there's a code there. There's usually like a digit code.
Yeah. It would just come up blank. The screen would just go white, blank white when it would pop up, and it wasn't showing me anything. And I've had that problem before, and I probably could fix it just by simply taking my phone, which I did last time, shutting it off and turning it back on will correct that problem, but it wasn't that important.
So, Ralph, you need to go get a license now, eh?
A license? What? Where?
For YouTube. You're over 1,000 subscribers, aren't you?
You mean what do you mean a license?
You need a license in the Netherlands to operate your YouTube channel if you're over 1,000.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of bullshit is that?
I don't know. It's just how
Netherlands bullshit.
It's the same thing in Germany also. If you're over 500 in Germany, you need to get a broadcast license for 55 euros or something like that.
Bullshit. I'm not going to.
Okay.
What are they going to do? Come kick your door down?
Yeah, they can.
SWAT you.
But they're not going to.
They're going to SWAT you.
Rita Sanders, I explained to her and I sent her all the stuff, all the information for her because she's over 3,000 subscribers, I think. And she was shocked when she read all this stuff that I can't believe that this is certain rules, like you can't say this, can't say that, but you can say everything else. And she's been telling people not to say anything of those things, and those are the words she's allowed to say in Germany because YouTube goes country to country. Like in Australia, you cannot bash anyone about their religion or their sexual
orientation.
Because, and that's the same thing in England, because you can actually go to jail for it off of YouTube. You can actually get it taken off just like that.
You can go to jail for a lot of things on the internet in Australia, but we don't give a shit. I
cannot find anything on needing a license for YouTube.
It's a German policy. It's you won't. It's in German.
He's not in Germany. He's in the Netherlands.
I know, and there's one in the Netherlands too. Because I was looking at.
I can't find it.
I'm gonna be googling this now.
Okay, you can Google it.
I'm googling it as we speak, and all I see is it pops up about YouTube Premiums, YouTube Red, and then it goes right to Drive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it in Dutch. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, but Google it when you're on Google and explain the broadcast license for the Netherlands for YouTubers, and then you can do the broadcast license for YouTubers in Germany. Especially when they go live in Germany, it's really freaky. They need the license to be in the bottom half of their page, or they get shut down in an instant. I've never heard of this stuff before, and I was like, "You got to be joking! You need a license, a broadcast license. They can't leave anyone alone. They have to get $55 from you a year."
All right, it says that they are considering requiring a broadcast license to have a YouTube channel.
I'll have to link you the page. I'll link you the page where it is, and it's in English.
And that says EU considering requiring a broadcaster license to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And that's
for all of the EU countries, but certain countries in like Germany, Bulgaria does not need a license. So the province of Bulgaria, if you're in that area, you do not need a YouTube license. And if you're in the province over, you need a YouTube license, a broadcaster license, if you're over a certain amount of people in your channel. It's really strange. Oh. It's really screwed up. Slingshot Man, you've heard of him? He's got the Slingshot channel. He makes all the slingshots. He actually had to move his computer from his home to his office because his office is in a different province because they were going to shut him down because they considered his Slingshot channel a business and they want to tax it. So it's like there's strange rules. I don't even understand what certain of the rules are because I was so complicated on some of the terms because they use legal German, and legal German is so hard to understand that you have a dictionary open on one side and to read the fine detail.
Would be awesome to hear Adolf Hitler read those rules out loud. It's kind of like an audiobook.
Yeah, I can't find anything on. I've seen.
I'll link it to you. I'll find it for you, and I'll just.
I've seen a thing where it said that they're considering requiring it.
Yeah, for all of the EUs, for all the countries in the European, you want to make one standard thing, because right now it goes country to country, then province to province. So there's certain things in certain provinces you cannot say, because there's certain provinces in northern Germany you cannot advertise your business on YouTube without getting a tax number on the bottom of your page.
Yeah, well, we're
I've
out
never
here,
seen
you.
this, yeah.
We won't have to listen to your bullshit stories.
Not a big deal.
I know.
Post your tax number in, because if you've got a business, you're going to have a tax number. So just post it in the description of your YouTube.
Oh no, because it's a different tax number. It has to be. It's like a total different number from your tax number. Okay, like in Germany, you have to pay TV tax. In England, you have to pay TV tax. Okay.
No. In England, you have a TV license.
A TV license. That's what you need to get. Okay. In Germany, you need to get a TV license for every single TV in your home.
Yeah, well, we're out the EU soon. Go on, Boris Johnson. Out the EU. Stick your European rules up your arse.
Throw that queen out of there. Throw that German queen out of there.
Yeah,
Queen
you
don't do nothing. He's just a figurehead. So
we're out the EU. We won't have to put up with the bullshit from the EU anymore.
I know. The size of potatoes. You ever see that one? I laughed. You can't get a big potato in Europe. They're all the same size.
Yeah, we do wonky ones as well.
Yeah. I like the wonky ones. We should go in the bag.
Why not? It's just a potato.
Yeah.
You get wonky chips with wonky potatoes.
Oh, in Canada we do.
I like
French
wonky
fries.
chips. No, French fries are boring. They're all straight and plain.
You can get
I like
curly
wonky
fries.
chips.
You
I
can
like
get curly fries. or-
crinkle cut chips.
Yeah,
I
they
like
have
red
them.
chips.
Yeah, they have those here too. But we just have there's certain rules like when I was reading this report, just from one
That's
province
the
of
word I was
Germany,
looking for.
it is completely messed up because they all have different rules, and it will say province so and so and blah 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 with number so and so has a different rule than so and so and so and so. It's all legal jargon. You need to be a lawyer to understand half
that's the
stuff.
same thing here in the U.S. Though every state has the right to govern themselves, so you got different laws across the state.
See, that's the thing in Germany. It's the same thing. Every state, every state in the German Union, because it's actually a German Union. It's not considered a country. Can govern themselves. This is why, if you go to Bulgaria, they have their own justice system, and they also have their own politician system in their courts, in their
right
legislative group.
But don't they have federal laws too that cover?
Yes, but they do. But they have to all adhere to one law, and that's when the law gets passed. But they can veto that law in their system, in their state. Because Germany does not potentially exist. It sounds dumb, but it does not exist. Because it's all separate countries in one. If you look at an old map, and if you look up like certain states like Saxe-Coburg, where the Queen of England's family originates from, it's tiny. It's probably maybe 20 miles square. Okay, it's a small little state. That state, here's the rule there. The Queen of England cannot step foot in that state. There's all these different rules that there's a guy on YouTube. He goes through all these rules and legal jargons of just Germany and Austria and the Netherlands. It's like this. If I was a king of Germany, okay, I'm a king in one state. I'm a Kaiser of the whole country. So that's what a Kaiser means. You're higher up than a king. If I abdicate my throne, I cannot stay in my country. I have to move. That means I would have to move to a different country. So where can you move to? The only country you can move to is the Netherlands or England. Where do you think the Kaiser of Germany went to? He went to the Netherlands to advocate because he got kicked out of off the throne.
But be honest with you, I'm not really interested because it's a load of old bullshit for me.
Yeah, I know, but they have
interested in it.
No, I know, but they have different rules.
I'll see what, Maine-iac. I'll catch you on the next one, all right, Gaffer? See you later, Ralph. See you later, Loafer.
Yeah, I'm out of here soon anyways. I know I lit another cigarette.
And I got to go to bed. It's getting late. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. So
holy smokes.
Thanks, Maine-iac.
All righty.
Mate.
Welcome anytime, my friend.
Ralph.
Bye-bye, Gaffer.
See you later.
Take it easy.
I just realized that for a few minutes out of the
five, no, this one.
Out of the 5 of us that was up there, I was the only American.
Yeah.
Were you? Oh, you were, eh?
Yeah. British, Dutch, Canadian, German, and international panel.
Yeah, I was gonna, like I said, I was going to talk to. There's a person who is from Hong Kong, right? And they got kicked off of YouTube last week. No more live chats, so they can't because due to the protesting that happening in Hong Kong. It's the same thing. They just say,
that's a lot of censorship there.
Yeah, so you get censored everywhere, and everyone has these different rules. Like, it's just how it works. It sounds strange, but
yeah,
everyone thinks YouTube is an American rule thing. No, it goes to country. Like
even here, I did know that there's different rules for YouTube across the globe. Actually, I watched a video from YouTube just the other day because I tend to when the beta stream when they've got up a new video, I tend to watch it.
Yeah.
And I've actually been learning a lot that way. And there are different laws for every country. Now, over in the EU, their fair use law is a little bit looser than ours. So that's why you see a lot of the people from the UK and the EU and stuff like that. They'll post a lot more snippets of other things in their videos because they're allowed.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's a guy who does what do you call it? Abandon. He does the abandoned things, like he goes into abandoned buildings and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, he is accountable for what he shows on YouTube. So his location, so he doesn't show how he gets into the building. That's number one, because that's if they say, oh, you broke into the place. If the door is wide open and I walked in because the door was wide open, they can't charge him.
They can't charge him with burglary, but they can charge him with illegal entry if they want.
And trespassing. They can charge him with trespassing. But here's the thing in Germany. So someone watches your video. Now someone goes into that building and says, why did you come in here? And they'll say, well, this guy here was making videos of so-and-so, right? In Germany, you can get charged for that. Because someone watched your video and you went into that building because he went into that building. It's called it's like a copycat thing, whatever.
And because you did it first, everyone's copying you.
Yeah.
Snobby. See you later, Snobby. Anytime, my friend. You know that.
So there's different rules everywhere, and it's just tiring and I forget the one in one guy went to jail for 90 days for putting a police officer on his YouTube page by accident in Switzerland. Just certain things you can't do. You can't film banks. You can't. There's a guy, he was doing a documentary on his YouTube channel about Junkie Park in Zurich, Switzerland. It's where all the junkies were in the 80s and 90s, and he was just showing how they cleaned the place up and how they put people in rehab and stuff like that. They put him in jail for 90 days because two police officers walked by, and he put that in the video, and it's against the law.
See here, we have the right to video police. We actually have the right to video anybody we want to. You can video in a public, you can video anywhere except for private places and places where privacy is expected, like bathrooms and stuff like that. You can't video in because privacy is expected. But out here, I can go out here and I can videotape anybody that I want.
Yeah, because when you're outside, you don't expect to get any privacy because there's cameras everywhere.
Well,
But
when
I can go out here, and if my neighbor's got her curtains wide open, I can videotape her dancing around in her room naked if I want, because she left her curtains open.
Yeah.
So therefore, she voided her privacy.
Oh, this is becoming interesting.
No, I'm just saying you can, because if privacy was expected, she would close her curtains, or she would do it somewhere where she couldn't be seen from outside.
I'd be a peeping tomcat.
Yeah, but being a peeping Tom is illegal, so figure that one out.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
that's because you actually have to physically go on the property in order to do it. But like a video camera, nope.
We have
paparazzi get away with it all the time, is just taking pictures from a distance.
Yep.
My uncle built he had 2 apartments in LA and a house in LA where he built and then sold. That every room of that house has a CTV camera in the corner of that room, so everything gets recorded. So even where you sleep gets recorded.
Yeah,
and it costs $12,000 per year for the license, and you have to get it in Los Angeles, and not in Los Angeles, in like what was it, West Hollywood, because that's where the house was, where his house was. And he goes, no, everything has to be filmed. He goes, no, everything has to be filmed. Everything gets recorded. So he goes, don't be shy. And he goes, I go to him. So they're watching you? He goes, no, everything gets recorded. And if there's something where there was an incident, they'll record 3 months of the video. That's how much video they store in every house in West Hollywood, Hollywood Hills, in Hollywood, everywhere that's surrounding, everywhere the rich people are. The outside, everything gets filmed. So they're actually peeping Tomming more than anyone else because they're doing it for legal costs. Because a lot of people get, if a murder happens in Los Angeles, they got the videotape.
Okay.
Well, all right, gentlemen. Been 3 hours and 45 minutes, so I think I'm gonna call it and
okay, guys,
fix the washing machine, and I gotta take a shower and get ready for this memorial thing. So,
are you coming back on later?
I gotta work until after the memorial. I'm going into work from 3:30 to 8, so I'll probably be on, but I won't do a live stream. JJ or somebody will be on. I'll probably get up on panel, but I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
How are my hands considered eyes?
No.
That's weird.
But for those watching out there, there will be a new video of my truck that I've been promising will be posted. I've got it set up to post at 6 o'clock tonight. So,
okay,
standard time.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Everybody, have a good one. Everybody in chat, thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. It is greatly appreciated. Ralph, as always, good to have you up here, my buddy.
Yep. See you next time.
We will see you all next time.